welcome back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. I thought I was going to cut this exactly where the music changes, and then I got it like a whole bar early. So here we go. Imagine we did it now. That's right, transition time. How's everyone doing? It's May 23rd. It is a rainy, kind of cold Thursday here in Montreal, but otherwise everything's pretty good. We have some cool stuff tonight. I actually prepared a couple decks. We're going to see which way we're going to go. I think we're going to go tall. That's a hint, I guess. Otherwise, we got a deck list of the week to start. First thing off the top, there's a game night kit here in Montreal. This Saturday starts at 12:30 at Secret of Corrigan's, which is kind of East Montreal, around Hochelaga. Hope you drop by. Shoutouts to David, who's organizing it. It's the first tournament he's ever organized. It's gonna be pretty cool. So hopefully see you there. Jillian, for once, I'm ready for bed and about to fall asleep before the stream starts. The one time I don't have work tomorrow. God damn it. Hopefully that's a holiday, maybe a day off. Enjoy your Friday regardless. How's it going, Jelly? Also, Rob, how you doing? Hey! What's up? How's it going? We're gonna play some Netrunner. I think that goes without saying. And we have a deck list of the week, and this deck list of the week is actually pretty special. It won the Nisei Online Standard Tournament that was, I think, now 2 weeks ago. This deck list made by and piloted, I'm assuming made as well by Matuchak, which that's a guess. That's a guess how we're saying that one. I'm pretty sure that's Matuchak. So this deck list, you can find we were lucky enough to do the day 2. We did the second day, or like the second day of the Swiss pairings, and then the top cut. You can watch that all on Code Marvelous's channel. And this is the one that won it. And let me tell you, there's a couple things going on in this tournament that you had to play around. A big one of these things you had to play around was this Cabinessa Wu Au Revoir deck, which is something we actually haven't played on this channel yet, and I really want to at some point. It's kind of a nasty deck, and this deck, not only does it seem okay, but it's pretty well teched against it. The final game, I'm going to spoil a bit because it's 2 weeks, at least the parts of it that I saw. No ice on central servers, like 8 ice on the remote. And that's because Ginger City Grid is kind of crazy. I think a big reason why this deck saw play, or why it's at least a bit better now than it might used to have been, is because Violet level clearance is no longer banned or restricted. I forget which one it was. So this card you can play last click. It's kind of similar to Rashida. It is trashable like Rashida, but it's terminal and draws you 3 cards and gains you 3 credits overall. And that's really good with things like Ginger City Grid and other cards like Border Control, which are crazy with big servers, Satyr Adaptive Barrier, which are crazy with big servers, Surveyor, which is crazy with big servers, and then even 3 Ash, which, while this deck might not have a billion credits, on its own is pretty good, and you just jam every turn. Only 7 agendas in the deck, and even if they steal them, they give you a chance to draw extra cards, which makes the Ginger City Grid even better. It's nuts. You build a big server. Gatekeeper also really nuts on the turn they run it. It just, like, it's super straightforward, I think. I'm never really that good at playing Ginger decks, but generally these decks lose on central servers. So some of the worst things you can play against are like specifically wormhole decks. Wormhole decks really eat this apart because they pressure R&D really good, but largely we're just gonna be jamming everything into a remote server while having a modicum of ice on centrals. Also, HQ pressure is really good against this sort of deck on the basis that if you play basically Ginger City Grid, and if they never fire Ginger City Grid, you're pretty sure that they either drew an asset, an operation, an upgrade, or an agenda, and it gives you a pretty clear read when to run on central servers is when they like fire off a Violet level clearance or Rashida and install nothing. And that's a problem because this deck doesn't have HQ filtering. It just has multiple mass draws. So if you go in and steal in the COD project, they'll maybe draw 2 to dilute their agenda suite, get their server up with Jinja. It's kind of cool. Hey Maddie, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Rob says you need to do another Degeneracy Celebration Day. That was actually a really fun stream. I'm glad we could do that. Yeah, we probably have to do something like that at some point. There's not that much right now that's like super what I'd call degenerate. I feel like the thing that's probably the least fun to play around, specifically right now, is likely the Au Revoir Wu deck. That deck is a bit hard to pilot though, which is kind of cool. It's not like super simple, and I've seen a lot of people play it poorly. I've seen a lot of people play it impressively well, and I like that. At least that deck has like a range, and that's kind of cool. Yo, Mark Andre, how's it going? Finally can catch you live. How you doing, bud? It's been a bit. Glad you can make it. How's your week going? Rakatha, did no one bring Apocalypse to the tournament? 8 ice on remote, 0 on centrals. Very sad against that. Yeah, so that play, firstly, how's it going, Rakatha? That play specifically was in a matchup where the opponent knew what their opponent was playing, and they knew that they were just on a Cabinessa Wu deck. And when you see that, like, they had no reason to ice all the centrals. This deck is definitely weak to Apocalypse, very weak to Apocalypse. I actually haven't seen a lot of Apocalypse modernly, and Apocalypse would have been probably pretty good in the meta for this tournament. We saw a fair bit of asset spam. There was Gagarin present. There was RP asset spam that Rob was playing. There was NEH. There's CTM. Like, that actually would have been pretty good. I think asset spam is pretty fair. Actually, the best tech that this deck has against asset spam is you just want to largely put a border control on the central server, and then on their third run or whatever, you pop it, and that kind of buys you a turn. But yeah, it's definitely pretty scary. It definitely is pretty scary. I think Bulk is a pretty strong card, obviously. Yeah, Michael, how's it going? Semi-noob here. Tried playing Architect for the first time yesterday, and it didn't stand out as great. Then again, it wasn't run against often. Any idea why it's in this deck? How's it going? So, yo, Michael, Architect is like a really nuts card. If you dig like really far back into this channel, whenever I played Hit Architect online, it was like a really big deal back in the day. A really, really, really big deal back in the day when this thing fired. It was like the scariest face check HB had at the time. This was before Fairchild 3s, which kind of face checked pretty hard. But this is actually one of the only bad face checks in the whole deck, besides arguably Gatekeeper, is the Architect, and then maybe eventually Surveyor on the remote. And this card the abilities on it are really powerful. They're almost always relevant, as Steven is saying in chat. How's it going, Steven? The idea is with this, you can see the top 5 cards of your deck. If there's an agenda on top, you can jam into the remote. It also lets you install for free, which is kind of a really big deal when you have like remote servers that have a lot of ice on it. It also lets you install ice from HQ or archives, and it doesn't have to be ice. It could be also any other card. So your Rashida over and over again, your Jinja, the Ash that they just trashed. Like, that's pretty scary. It also lets you know what's coming up on R&D, and that's very valuable information. This card was more nuts in the sort of HB decks at the time when this card came out. They were playing cards like Breaker Bay Grid, Adonis Campaign, Eve Campaign, very, very powerful upgrades, cards like Caprice Nase. Jackson Howard was also a really important card that you wanted to get if the runner trashed it and recurring. That was a really big deal. It's definitely a very potent and powerful card. The fact that it can be trashed is also just extra value because it protects against Hippo, against Apocalypse, a lot of ice destruction. There was more ice destruction back in the day. That was actually why this thing was the most attractive, because of Parasite was like a really big thing. It's obviously not as good as it used to be. In acid heavy decks, it's really cool. Near Earth Hub, when you install, sometimes in a new remote you get an extra draw, but it's probably one of the worst ice in this deck, I think. All the other ice have a really good reason. Architect is one of the very best pieces of ice in game history. Yeah, I think it honestly is one of the best pieces of ice in the game. Elias, bro, Jackson Howard was so mean. Jackson Howard was a cool card. That's actually one of the biggest surprises about Netrunner is like when Jackson Howard rotated, that was kind of the biggest sky is falling thing that we thought about the game. It's like, oh, we're going to lose the agenda flood and stuff like this. And that kind of shows you what this deck thinks. It's just like, okay, there is no such thing as agenda flood if you just jam everything else as well. So you're just jamming. Jackson Howard kind of was replaced to draw effects by Rashida, but I think if Jackson was still legal, you would definitely still play it. Kevin, how's it going, by the way? Clickless, cardless Rashida on its own, already filthy, especially in a deck already building remote. Good evening to you as well. HB at different times had the best barriers, Sentry, and Codegate in the game. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff going on right now. They still have pretty good stuff. Gatekeeper's pretty nuts. Fairchild 3 obviously is nuts. You have to basically, if Fairchild 3 is going to fire, you largely have to run first click unless you have shit that you can trash. I think Fairchild 3 is the only one that still stands out best in class. Yeah, I think so. I really do think so. So anyways, this deck is pretty straightforward. I'm hoping. Central pressure is generally how it loses, but we can hopefully just jam out. The cool thing about these sort of decks is I've seen decks like this that are actually running like more Project Vitruviuses, and it's kind of crazy. Like a 2/3 ice remote, a lot of corps or runners, can't run that to check an unadvanced card. And unadvanced Project Vitruviuses don't really light the world on fire, but holy shit, they're cool. They're really cool. Then we got Term Dirked. What's Term Dirked? Oh yes. Also, I'm pretty surprised Metuchak favored an Enigma over the third Architect. Yeah, I think they just wanted to end the run, and sometimes you need the early end the run, and there's not. I guess there's a few. This could easily have been another Architect, right? It probably might have even been better, but maybe they wanted a hard end the run. What would you cut out for the 3 domestic sleepers? Well, they want to put sleepers in this. The strongest playing room for improvement. Hagen, BLC, and domestic sleepers belonging to Lee's. I thought black level clearance rotated. That can't be what that is. Hagen's also like a really interesting card. I think Hagen's cool. It's kind of anti-AI tech, antivirus tech. It's sweet. It really goofs up Amakua, which is probably the best thing. All right. Well, let's get this in here. I got a bunch of decks I want to play today. Again, there's a GNK just this Saturday. If you're in Montreal, come by. So we want to figure out what to play for that. Jinja Abuse. So we're going to try some stuff today. Jinja Abuse, Sports, Metal, go big, go home. Green on border control, it's beyond normal ice even. Early face check of Enigma is really painful. It's very reasonable as a 1-of, I think. Yeah, it's probably even more annoying than an Architect turn 1. Yeah, maybe. I could see it. Border control, best barrier, Nancy, best sentry, FC3, best code gate. Yeah, I think like just for the value of the thing, like obviously Tour Guide gets nutty at points, Kakugo is nutty at points. It depends on the deck. But like vanilla good stuff, I think Anansi's probably the best sentry. Border control, definitely the best barrier. And Fairchild 3, likely the best code gate. Yeah, I think that's fair. Gatekeeper's up there. Yeah, Gatekeeper's definitely up there. The problem with Gatekeeper is that like it gets really, really, really bad after you res it. Like the Amakua problem with Gatekeeper is real. It's really, really, really real. Didn't we add the deck? Did we fuck it up? What do we do? Why are you not here? You should be here. What's up? Oh, that might have been a mistake. Okay, we did bad. Architect was huge against Parasite because Bob Marley, because we jamming. Hey, yeah, we are. How's it going, Ransom? Set the game to casual. Why? Because the deck is not legal? Because of level clearance? Oh, when's the new MWL? Because this is technically an MWL legal deck list. Oh, that's why. It's casual legal. Okay. It's because this card, Violet level clearance, is not technically legal. Hydra is good too. I don't actually really like Hydra that much. I don't think Hydra is great. Hydra is really positional, and it's like comparative to probably worse than Anansi. I still like Tithonium. Tithonium is also a nuts card. Tithonium is super underrated. Ooh, Edward Kim. This hand is keepable. We have ice for both centrals against Kim. I think we can keep this for sure. We obviously want an early Jinja, but I think you can do worse than this. So Edward Kim has a link. That doesn't really matter. We have no IP blocks. It actually gets the Ash. It helps 1 credit, but whatever. And in terms of operations, I think most of our operations are trashable anyways. No, that's not true. I think we only have IPOs, hedge funds, scarcities, and Violet, which is already trashable. Okay, this got a bit worse. Their pressure's probably more on R&D than HQ. Putting this on HQ is like weird, but then if they run this, we can always install an ice and then like install Vitruvius on top of it. Border control is something you definitely want for the remote, which is unfortunate. I honestly think them trashing any of our operations isn't that bad. And if they run R&D, it's not that bad for us either. I think we just put Architect on here, onto HQ. We start building that remote, and then next turn we could consider jamming. Yeah, maybe Architect fires here. It'd be okay. It might actually let us jam a Vitruvius behind a border control if they run it late. So how's it going? Undercosted is kind of the theme for Byrate Ice. Yeah, that's the idea. Undercosted, but you can get through it. And they have a Black Orchestra, Mining Accident, and Amakua that got trashed, and then Black Orchestra is trashed. They have a Day Job and a Mining Accident. So we have to be ready here to pay 5 credits, so we don't want to care about the bad pub. And honestly, I think we might not. I think we can give them the bad pub here. I think we can, just because our remote servers are going to be really good eventually. They also drew no other economy besides Day Job, which is like a really slow card. Eddie Kim will run HQ. Yeah, definitely. And they trashed Rashida, but we have this for the remote, so we can go double barrier on the remote. Now, if we don't know what the restricted card is. Paperclip is now restricted, but to get through this is actually kind of hard right now. We could just jam both of these, and even putting this, like we know that their Amakua got trashed, so we want to ice up centrals. Putting the Satyr on R&D is okay. It's obviously a bit better on the remote. It's probably actually a lot better on the remote. That's okay. We can slow this. Yo, remember when Ichi 1.0 was like the gold standard amazing taxing century? Seems like a really long time ago. I miss it. I think Ichi 1.0 is actually pretty good right now because there's fewer Anarch breakers. Clone chip is still a problem, but like back then Clone chip was popular and Ichi was really good. Like Ichi is really good against MK Ultra. I think Ichi's probably a bit underrated. If all the Conspiracy Breakers went away, would Ichi be played a lot more? I think Ichi lines up good against Conspiracy Breakers. And like Conspiracy Breakers are seeing less play. I guess mostly obviously Black Orchestra and MK Ultra, but like Black Orchestra is bad against Fairchild 3.0, so it's not like the deck is gonna be in a bad spot. Okay, so this is actually gonna fire, which is cool, so we get a credit back. They know what it is, and they only need one counter here. They're also running Glass Click, so Fairchild 3 there would have been really gross. That's a really rough face check for them. All right, we can put Gatekeeper on R&D. We can also just score this for 1 credit, which probably isn't the worst, but I think we might just want to go a bit slower. Having this as the only card in HQ is an issue. I don't like that, so I think we're going to advance this. They have to run through this maybe 3 times. They know what they need, so even just putting this on here and then crediting. This is really shitty, though. They could steal this. Honestly, I don't know if we mind. And this is going to be 7 credits to rest. We'll just keep the money. We're going to have to slow roll this Vitruvius, which is really obnoxious. I think like we could have gone a bit faster here. The other thing with Wotan and Kernwall is like, outside of like ridiculous support, they're not particularly good cards. I think Wotan's actually pretty bad. Fairchild is good. Wotan's not great. Kernwall is only good in a certain deck. Ichi is 4 plus a sucker cannon for MK. Yeah, that only breaks 2 subs though, and then they have to do the trace. It's not the worst. For what, 5 credits? So they got Deuce's Wild, that's influence, totally worth knowing. They also drew up a lot, so they're definitely looking for their answer to border control. So they just gained 2 in game 3. So the economy. Corroder's coming down. Ooh, they have the answer. They're dirty laundering 4 archives just to get the credits. Not even getting an access here. So they can get through here in theory. We could slow roll. We could go credit, IPO. They don't know what this is. This is going to be 4 strength. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they have to do the Ash again. Like, I don't actually mind that much if they steal the Vitruvius. I think we just want the money. It was a shame because we couldn't advance this because we would be under 8 credits at the end of the turn for IPO. Your stream is keeping me sane while I play Slay the Spire on PS4. Yo, that came out this week, didn't it? Or was it last week? I have to re-unlock everything, so it's forcing me to play Silent. Yo, Silent's good. Silent's really fun. Andre, get a catch a stream 2 weeks in a row. That's a rarity. Hope you're doing well. I am actually. Thank you. Oh, they did the day job. Okay, so now this remote's not as good as it used to be, but this will help a bit. So unfortunately, we paid all those install costs. So we didn't get the Jinja value. Came out yesterday. Oh, shit. I thought it was... I knew it was relatively soon. Silent's my fave, though. I think my favorite is definitely... honestly, I forget the name. The robot one with the orbs. Well, these seem so costly unless it's blue sun. Spending a huge stack of cash on ice seems bad. I'm definitely not nearer than a lot of people. No, that sounds about right. They can break this if they want. It's going to be like 3, 6, 9 to 12 credits, which is a lot. Defect, thank you. Wasn't the popular Jinja deck playing Architects before? The ID? I'm not, I think I forgot that one. STS finally had a date for Switch. Oh, wait, what's the date for Switch? I thought it was just like summer or something stupid. We're going to draw all of it because it seems okay. So this was on top. We can shuffle cards back. Honestly, I don't think we need to. They can always imp this agenda, which is annoying. And this does end the run. Go from alpha testing STS to being talked about. Wyatt, how's it going, by the way? June 4th. Oh, shit, June 6th. We're getting different dates. That's at least relatively close to one another. That's huge. They can also break this. We're going to res it. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. That game's nuts. Also, for those who don't know, one of the people that made it, there's generally a credit to 2 people who made that game. One of the people that made it was actually the person who started StimHack, like the online community. So they're going to go steal it. I think we actually want the credits here. Card draw would also be fine because they're running here for 2 credits. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. So we do cards with the discard, which is actually pretty bad. Credits are pretty bad, pretty weak here. Boss man. Yeah. Just checks. Oh, Wanton? Well, at least we have this Project Vitruvius, but we're going to get absolutely wrecked by this Wanton. They're on game point now. So we have no preemptive, so we have no way to get these back in our deck. So, oh, there's only 3 cards. We did get a bit unlucky there. So we can pull 1 back. Their credits are pretty low. In theory, we can install Jam, and then they have to get through. That's the problem, is that install Jam is actually like a pretty slow play. This is gonna be bad. They get through this for 3 credits as well, which is kind of rough. Like, I don't really like Gatekeeper at all, I'll be honest. We might actually want to use this for Rashida, but then we lose. So we need like a hedge fund. We can't afford any of this stuff. We can't afford anything here without Jinja. This is terrible. That was bad with amped. Yeah, that didn't go well. That went really poorly. We also don't know what restricted card they are on. They actually could be crowdfunding. We haven't seen that much influence. I'm assuming they're spending like 6 on Amakua and Deuces Wild. Maybe 5. Playing it, not playing against it. Gatekeeper on Archives. How's it going, Terrence? It's like kind of signals that there's something in there. We're gonna lose it anyways. I don't know. Like, we don't have enough money to res it. It's gonna put us behind. I wrote one of the first Timac articles, but it was too opinionated. I wish I named my article Scorched Earth. Would have been better getting away with it. So they're running Glass Click, which means they can't steal a Kawa, but all the Kawas are in here. So, whatever. Agreed on Gatekeeper on Archives. Either Iron Price or Agendas go back. The Agendas don't go back. Oh, wow, that does from Archives. Oh, fuck me. I had no idea. Okay, that's a hugely good play. They trashed the hedge fund. So we can do install advance. The problem is that it puts us on 5 credits, and if they have like, they don't have a lot of cards in hand, but they can definitely contest this remote, which is obviously a terrible thing. So like, wow, this really sucks. Now I have to draw next click, which is terrible, so I'm gonna commit to not doing it. I was just playing the beta for the game that's kind of similar to STS, called Nowhere Prophet. Yeah, it's not the same sort of path exploration and deck building that STS does, but the combat is more like it. There's actually 2 games that are like that that I've seen. One is Nowhere Prophet. The other one's like Trials of Fire or something. They both kind of have the similar sort of like grid-based deck building thing. Maybe check that one out too if you're into it. I think it's called Trials of Fire. I don't know if I'm gonna Google it now. All right, they're doing it. Oh, it was only 6 credits. They still have 2 to steal. Okay, well, we have to use this or we lose. Wow, we just don't have money. Success. And now they know there's something in HQ, which is a problem because now they're running HQ because we clearly like Vitruvius for something and we have another agenda in hand. I feel like we might have wanted to mulligan for Jinja because his deck really doesn't do anything without Jinja. I think we want to take credits here. It's just we don't have money here, right? Like, we did lose 1 of each of these. That's a fair bit of money. Ash is terrible. I think we just have to jam. And the thing is, if they jam here, it looks like it's the agenda, which is bad because they'll run it. But also for us, you don't need to use it. Yeah. Wait, do we fuck it up? Oh, because they only have 1 click left. Oh, no. Fuck. That's a problem. Whatever. Now the problem is we're going to score it, and they're going to know that this agenda is in hand. So we might have done this in the wrong way. So they know this agenda's in HQ. You know, there's a game called Monster Slayer on Switch. It's apparently like Slay the Spare. Not sure if it's good. Interesting. Oh, and that's a big part. So we definitely did fuck up with the token. This is a good card right now. Fuck. We got Jinja though. You just think you took the SSL from Archives? Oh yeah, that's true. They don't know. Yeah, you're right. They didn't know it's Vitruvius. In theory, if it wasn't, we should have left it there. Well, we can kind of protect it with Fairchild, so we'll put this in server 1. We'll put this on Archives. This is worth keeping. It's 3 credits and click for 1, and then we'll draw Jinja, and maybe we can rush it. We have to score a 3-pointer. In fact, everything left in our deck is 3-pointers. But I think they'll just click for credits and maybe Stimhawk Archives at some point. Sell Jinja on Archives and draw twice. I don't think it's worth it with 8 credits. Like, there's not much we can do. Like, we need to win on the remote. Even if we protect Archives, I think we're still going to lose. Just watch the trailer for Trials of Fire. It looks neat, but I love RPG mechanics that translate to deck building. I haven't tried it out yet, but it looks cool. Alright. That's interesting. They have this on money though. This will. We'll just take the money. That seems more important than this. For what's it worth, the Jinja and Archives play wouldn't have worked out because we just drew 2 non-Jinja things. Pretty much already lost. Is about sending a message now. I don't think we've lost. There's a chance we can win here, right? Like they're doing these sort of runs, which are not particularly great. They're gonna imp that for sure. Because like right now, all they should be doing is running Archives or keeping money. Going for these central runs doesn't seem particularly great. Take the bad publicity. We need the money very bad. Yeah, if we top deck an agenda here, we can jam, and then they have to get through all of this twice. So like we just need to rip a 5-3 off the top of R&D here. We didn't. Mind you, R&D is wide open. They get 3 credits for a single. Day job, they get 12. So if we have a 5-3 here, we don't. That's almost as good though. We could draw once, but then if it's an agenda, it's really awkward. So I think we're just gonna put this in server 1, play this so it fights around DDoS and then gain a credit. And next turn we'll pop this off. Did I say hi, Wyatt? I don't know if I did. How's it going? Busting through Patriot Lane easy. No, none of this is easy. I think they're gonna go for it now though. So I think we lose. Yeah, so we really fucked up with this counter. Oh, there's a small chance they're not gonna have money. I think they have enough money. If this fails, if they're just like credits short, it's gonna be really important. Yeah, okay, no, they have enough. Yeah, so we need one more subroutine. Yeah, we got wrecked. We just didn't have money. We definitely did fuck around with the what's it called? Let's draw 2 cards. Yeah, that's not gonna be good. But like we had the remote, we were just a bit too slow. Thank you, I'm a fan of content. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. But like you see the idea is kind of what we said with the deck is like central pressure is pretty weak against, and if we jam everything to remote, we're good. So we need to draw 2 more agendas in the deck. Rashida was going to draw a bit extra, and then we can violet level clearance over and over again. But yeah, I think maybe if we played better with the Vitruvius token, we had a chance there, because that was the agenda we needed to score to win. So we definitely fucked that up. There were really good Wansons. Obviously, we goofed one of them, but that was pretty good. Yeah, Wanton I think is really cool right now. Oh fuck, I gotta got it. So you gotta play casual just because the deck list we have is only legal for casual, and Nisei, when's the Nisei date for the new most wanted list start? I guess we can check real quick. Effective 10th of May? That's a long time ago. Wait, what happened? Why is this like this? Oh, it's JNet legality problem? Okay, this hand sucks. Ooh, Valencia's cool. It's kind of we have to watch about rebirth into into conspiracy guy. No Jinja in hand, but we can rush a Seder Rashida. Thanks. Wanton and Shaper. To be fair, Wanton isn't exactly something you expect. No, it's not. It's not like, oh, that's a bunch worse, but that's okay. We'll do new remote server 1, and we'll just put this on HQ. It isn't. New most wanted live active. It's just a bug with JNet's lobby creation. It will even save its standard legal if you look at JNet Builder. Oh, okay, cool. 4 hot dogs. They're playing casual. Tells you what's sort of legal. It's based on the room. Yeah, it sits at the top. They went for a single access click 1, and now they're putting that down and crowdfunding. So that's a restricted card. So we gotta go fast. We could ice up all centrals. Not really that important so far. We also have this, which is really strong. Getting that on the remote seems more impactful. Finding a Jinja is probably even more impactful, but I feel like the violet level clearance is actually relatively good here. And then we can put in Rashida and this on R&D, which is also okay. We're not gonna have the money for everything, but that's why we can put this into server 1. Yo, Apathy, how's it going? It's going good. It's going all right. Yourself? Terrence, I feel like APOC Anarch is popular again. Oh, hacktivist. Yeah, whatever. I haven't seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of sports metal though. A shit ton of people playing sports metal. Oh, yo, current war, just like intended. All right, so this is barrier into code gate. I like that better for jamming. So we're gonna play this to go to 9. This will go down to 8. And then next turn we'll do install advance. And once we have a Jinja, we can violate level clearance out. The art on VLC is just growing on me. I really like the art on VLC. The art on the new GLC is also pretty great. You Jester, how's it going? I have a version of this deck, but in custom biotics, I like it quite a bit. Good game, by the way. Yeah, there's actually a custom biotics deck I want to try out the next couple of weeks, but I haven't set it up properly, so we're gonna have to work on it. All right. So we want to go for the jam. I actually rather score the SSL almost every time. They haven't shown no breakers yet. Mind you, we don't know what restricted card Valencia could be on, could be border. Oh, actually we do, it's crowdfunding. So they're not on paperclip. So the Crowder is harder to get down. They can't like just inject and contest the remote. I want to tease an STS leak, but anyone would kick me off alpha and rough. You get all these secrets, but you can't say jack. I don't know what STS is. Oh, Slay the Spire. Oh, fuck, yeah, right. I know that they said that they're working on a new character, which is really clutch. Okay, for those asking, this is an architect, which we could res here. It would put us down to 7 credits, which we need around 7 credits to run this remote. So this, they would basically install and break for 4 with the bad pub, which is probably okay. Because they'll probably run HQ more than once. I think we have to res it here. We can always just like hedge fund out instead of scoring. Doing great. Early in the evening, my Siphon Sound killed a runner with 5 cards in it. That's pretty good. Oh, that's huge. So hopefully they don't hit this because this turns off the current. That was the best case scenario. This tells them nothing about our deck. Too bad publicity might be a lot, but again, generally we can rush them out. I think with the architect, we might actually want to pay the 5 here. Well, no, that put us on 2 and then they can steal the remote. So okay, we'll take the bad publicity. But now they can run this for 1 credit, which is obviously an issue. And that's a real problem for crowdfunding. So they could go run here. That would be bad. I think this is actually doing work. And reinstalling crowdfunding does not count. It doesn't care about the increased install cost. I think you give up the SSL here. I don't know. I like the current. The current's doing a lot of work. Like they have daily casts. They might have Earthrise. They have 2 more liberated. I feel like it's pretty good. Sometimes they're also running. Oh, they're going for it. Okay, well, this will fire, which is cute. I think that's actually, it's probably better just to let this one fire because this one's more relevant later in the game. I don't think we need this ability. I don't know. Having this being 6 strength suddenly seems pretty important. And we can always do credit hedge fund, which is probably actually better than anything else next turn, just so that we can threaten the Fairchild. So we can't run here. They're not going to get their crowdfunding, and they can't steal Akawa. So we're just going to play slow. We could actually consider scoring that. Actually, probably scoring that was right. I forgot that Sports Metal fires. We would have been on 3 credits, so we could have hedge fund next turn. This is straight wrong. I wouldn't have done this. Yeah, no, that's not good. They still have a lot of work to do. And I got a beer. It's the same beer that we had last week, which is the Lamb's Wool, which actually might be my favorite beer I've ever had. So they're drawing up. They dirty laundry for value. Glad to see that. I love when they play that just for 3 credits. Oh, this beer smells so nice. Career for coming down. There you go. Daily cast. So they pay 5 minus 3. It's 2 credits. Not too bad whatsoever. We got the Ash, which is really good. So we're just going to go ahead and score this. We can get 2 credits back. We don't want to discard any cards. We'll just take the money. That's really good. What all's in the beer? I had a lot of things in it, right? Yeah, it's... Okay, so it's barley, which is normal. Malt, normal. Apple juice, cinnamon, yarrow, cloves, which is... It tastes like apple cake. Why Dairyline Archives wins 1 for the access on HQ? I agree with that. Ooh, they paid 6 for Earthrise. I think they definitely go HQ, especially when they're getting like absolutely hosed by It's current. So I think we want to just install this to the remote. They're pretty poor right now. They're going to gain 2. Actually, they'll be on 3, but I think we can push this in remote. We want to IPO up here next turn. We could also put the surveyor on this, but this remote seems pretty good. It requires 2 breakers. Majesty, how's it going? I still feel runner's advantage to heavily advantage in curly meta. A lot of hope. The second Ashes pack has a lot of bread and butter ice and defensive upgrades. Your Majesty, from my I agree with you largely. It looks like a lot of people believe, and I might be in the same boat, that the strongest decks right now for the corpse side are really rushy, just because runners set up and are crazy. Like, I do think runners are a bit favored here. All right, so they can't steal Akawa, which is really good. I feel that. So like decks like this that are meant to be Jinja Rush, and we're doing a really bad Rush. We really haven't drawn a Jinja at any reasonable time. Oh, we lost that. That's fine. Those are a problem. Oh, Nigma on HQ is good. I like that. We can do advance. But yeah, I feel like runners are definitely favored in this meta. I actually really miss Mati. I thought Mati was a really fun deck to play against. It was a high skill cap deck, and I think it was really good that Corps have that sort of ability. But like the strong cards that Corps are hinging on right now, it's a small pool of cards that are work. Keep mousing over cards on stream thinking it would bring up a preview in the top right. Excuse me. I gotta do that more. Like, that's actually a really big deal for newer players, is that it's really hard for this. I wish we had like a Twitch plugin or something that you could mouse over, but I'll try and leave my mouse on cards a bit more often. All right, looks like we're gonna be on 6 points. Honestly, my favorite meta is when the game overall is 55-45 in the Corpse favor. I agree with that too. I feel it's more fun when the runners are slightly winning. I think in a lot of people's narratives, the runners are, you know, the underdog. Ooh, they paid 8 credits for that. Feels good. And they have to discard some stuff. Yeah. Nothing in particular I want to see, just muscle memory. Something with T tier is so sad. Yo, also Rob, I was really inspired by your deck. I think I was watching a VOD recently of your like daily quest Embolus decks. Do you ever play those? We want the cards here. Our money's pretty good. Actually, we don't. We have enough cards in hand. Did you ever end up playing that sort of Embolus daily quest package in like a Glacier mid-range NBN deck? Because that seems really exciting. I think, man, that's hard. If we have Jinja, we definitely draw here, but I think we can put Sentry, Codegate, Barrier with an Ash, and that's probably just neat credits. The Valdig, Deja Vu, in the bad way. VLC trash cost is 1. Yeah, it's 1. That's terrible. It's Rashida, though. It's like old school Rashida. There's a rebirth, so Omar's coming out for sure. Omar's gonna... Oh, Quetzal. Whoa. Wow, okay, so now they can contest the remote. Border control stops that because they can only get through the Satyr adapted barrier once. Quetzal, 1 barrier subroutine. This is going to hit pretty hard. They don't have a decoder. And I don't know, resing this actually might be wrong on the basis that it doesn't help us win too much. They also haven't found another crowdfunding, it doesn't seem, but this is going to hit really hard. And we can either end the run. Wow, okay, so they can do whatever they want. Crowdfunding is kind of silly. It feels like Temujin over with runners late game infinite money pool. I don't know. It's infinite against certain decks, but if you ice up all centrals, I think it's far from infinite. Temujin was stupid. Because turn 1, you could get a bunch of money. I think we're going to end the run here. I like brain damage. I don't know, because if we don't, there's a chance they can install crowdfunding. I don't like that. Also turns off the scarcity. If they hit the Vitruvius turntable, the 1 in whatever chance Vitruvius, but getting the run there, access there, isn't the worst. NBN doesn't have the ice or appropriately self-protecting agendas. The deck relied absurdly on Mati threat. Yeah, I could see that, but I think you could possibly pull it off. 3 bad publicity. I feel like we can just jam, so we just want to take the bad pup here. All right. Ooh, there's the border control. It seems really important. We could slow roll. We could also fast roll, which is just install advance, and they have to get through the gatekeeper and through this and through the ash. That seems good enough. Even if they get it, like whatever. I'm not good at this. Like whenever I play like these Glacier decks, I always think like, oh, can they get in? And I only rush them they can't get in. But like this is, if they can get in here, even if they stim hack it, it's going to be bad for them. They still need 2 breakers. Like Quetzal can only get through this once, so it makes the Ash really potent. Excuse me. Want to build it tonight? I think I have other plans this evening. So we can just fire this. Oh wait, yeah, they don't have a decoder, right? No. Whatever, we'll draw everything. Shuffle agendas, done. End the run. All right, let's get through all that. Your Fairchild res the thing you meant that you had to fast roll? Yeah, 100%. And it looks like they don't have breakers. That's a good game. Yo, Jitaki, how's it going? Yeah, totally deck of the week. They got their Black Orchestra. They got their Crowder. Good game. So, hey, it's also important to know that Valencia has 50 cards. So sometimes just finding that breaker you need, especially when you can't rely too heavily on Inject in a deck like this. If you're playing Corroder, you sometimes need some extra tricks. They are still playing Inject. Hey. Oh, cheers. Let's just do one more because these games are relatively quick, and then we'll jump on to something else. We're going to do some silly stuff today because, again, there's a game night kit on Saturday, so got to figure out what to play. Also, if you're wondering what the splash screen looks like, that's a pretty reasonable thing to think. Yo, fuck, Rob, I goofed it. Yeah, we have to go into casual because it's a bit broken right now on JNet. Also, if you're playing against a lot of Jinja decks, there's some really cool cards that help a lot with the matchup. Leave No Trace. Let's pull some of these up. Ooh, that's going to be an issue. There's some really cool cards against Jinja decks. So again, if this is your meta, if your friends are playing this a lot on the dining room table, Leave No Trace is really cool. EMP device, I think is, or EMP bomb. What is it? EMP device is also really strong against Jinja decks. There's some cool things you can do. You have to kind of hard tech for it. Against Liza, she's probably a tag me deck, almost definitely a tag me deck. We have no tag punishment. So one of the best things we can do is to get ice on all 3 centrals. We don't have the Jinja. We don't have anything here. So we just want to ice out 3 centrals. That's actually pretty good. Trace 1, Trace 2 isn't fantastic, but we'll take what we can get. That's a bit better. So I think we'll just put this on Archives, on HQ, on R&D. Actually, this will probably be on R&D, on HQ. Excuse me. We'll put this on R&D because we only, yeah. We can actually just play the scarcity. We're not going to be able to res everything. Whatever. Subtype Bomb. Bomb is the best subtype. Yeah, Inject is definitely still playable if you have Clone Chip. Labor Rights made that a bit harder. So we have to res the Satyr here, which is obviously an issue. If we don't, they get 2 cards credits. If we don't do that, they run R&D, which sucks. So I think we're just going to keep this in and only res this once they try and siphon us. So this 3 ice play was a bit poorly thought out. Survey only has 1 sub in this matchup. Totally. Yeah, it very much does, but it's really high strength. Amina coming down, tag me. We're going to get totally pulled apart by these decks. I feel like these matchups are pretty, unless we get up an early Jinja, yeah, we're fucked. We're so fucked. I feel like they can, there's no drawback to this anymore. And the only thing that stops them are surveyors and their traces, and they're gonna have infinite money. So we're just gonna siphon to the floor. We really need a Jinja. We can also probably try and stop bleeding. Does Liza run any resources? If anything, the resources Liza runs are pad tap, crowdfunding, and or if we res this, what do they break it for? Eventually now this becomes such a liability, right? Because they break it for 2 and we lose 1. Oh, we're fucked. We're gonna get absolutely destroyed here. Yeah, there's also a chance that they're running that we're running we can't fast event, so we're fucked. That one where you we have to res this here. We're gonna lose. Rogue trading. If they hit 2 ice here, we're conceding. Yeah. Hey, Rob. Yeah, no, we're fucked. We can't win that. They have all the breakers. They're going to have near infinite money. Every turn they run a central, they're going to draw 2 cards. So we have no chance. We literally have no chance here. That Gatekeeper is now a liability. The Enigma is a liability. They're on 3 diversions, embezzles. See you there. Yeah. So, pressure is going to be a problem to this sort of deck. This deck did really well, and I think it's obviously still strong. The rush is still strong, but a big part of the tournament that it did really well on was the idea of I don't know exactly if it was that targeted, but like these sort of slower setup decks that you can rush without protecting centrals, like specifically, and it was in the finals, the Au revoir decks. Like you don't have to protect centrals earlier, you can just rush. I had breakers and econ in the opener. Yeah, we were done. We were literally done there. So that sucks. All right, well, we can move on for the deck list of the week. Definitely still potent if you want to rush. Central pressure. Why am I in front of that now? Did that happen before? That's going to be an issue. What's with the Wantons and Bezels they're onto? Yeah, a bit. The Wantons are fine. I think Wanton's just a great card. How's it going, M&A? I've been completely out of the loop for months. What's the siphon you're afraid of? Oh, the siphon I'm afraid of is diversion of funds, which is like mini siphon. It costs 1. It's half as much of a credit swing, but it's a double, no tags. Eliza's an embezzle for HPT. Yeah, that makes sense. That's not foolproof, but it'll do something. Yeah, it's a nicer siphon. It's a friendly siphon. All right, well, hey, there's a game night kit on Monday, so I want to try some stuff to play. I want to play something really silly. Custom biotics is an option. The other option is the thing that I want to, nothing ABT Liza's foolproof. Is Paper Trail still a card? I actually really like the tagless Liza decks, but they're not Paper Trail, Paper Tripping. I really like the tagless Liza decks, the ones that were like using Aesop's Pawn Shop, and then like they would also run Aesop's Pawn Shop, but they'd also run Dorm Computer. Now Dorm Computer doesn't exist anymore. Largely it's restricted, so you can't play Aesop's Pawn Shop and Dorm Computer, so that deck kind of fell apart. There's some pretty cool stuff about that deck list. Quanju Liza. That's the thing, is like Quanju Liza is like setting up, it's like making a really bad wild side, right? Because like wild side, you lose a click, draw 2. This you have to run a central server, which sometimes is better. Right after Worlds, I was running a deck, and it now has 3 or 4 restricted cards. Yeah, there's certain decks that are just casualties to other things, and that was a fun deck. Tripping through time. How's it going, Phil? Networking also? Yeah, networking is a thing. You could play networking, I guess. Okay, so the deck I want to play is actually something I've been playing classically a fair bit back in the day, and it's something that I always like revisiting when the meta is fresh and it's hard to get the numbers down. It actually ballooned. So this is another deck that's always hit. Okay, this is a stupid thing to say, but this deck is always hit on the side whenever there's like a most wanted list balance change, and that's stupid to say because this deck has like 117 cards in it. But 117 might be too big. The idea here is this is a max deck that runs a stupid amount of cards. And the idea is you don't have to play Levy, AR, Lab Access, or something like that because you're just going to probably win or lose before you need to do that. And this deck actually got some pretty good additions to it based from the new cards that came out. And I think largely what we're talking about is Stargate. After medium rotated, this deck did not have, and that was the problem with this deck, is that you needed as many ways to win as possible, like multi-axis ways to win, or you're going to win off singles. The only other way to do that was Xer or Turning Wheel, and I never really liked Xer, but Turning Wheel is now a thing. But with Stargate on board, which takes up a lot of MU, and that's something we might have to worry about, maybe we have to put 1 or 2 more MU cards in here. This is pretty relevant. Yute also came out. Paperclip is now a restricted card, which is cool. My latest version I played of Big Max, I think it was like Max 112, Max 108, had Lamb in it, which is a really flexible card. We can't play that anymore. Other notable inclusions, Queen's Gambit came back. Hippo is really good. Patchwork is really strong as well. District 99 is incredibly powerful in this deck. I don't love Bagat, but it's really good with District 99. And I think one of the most important cards to come back is Caddy Jones. This deck is incredibly unreliable, and as soon as you can get one economy card that can kind of like sustain your economy, you're in a really good spot. So if you can draw your Caddy Jones in the early game, you're generally pretty good. Some of the more rushy decks can be a problem, but here we are. Now, I think 117 is actually a bit on the bigger side than what I'm used to. Generally, we play like 109, which means I have to cut 8 cards, and that's surprisingly difficult. Also, this deck runs Yute, just so we can run Yute. I don't actually think we can install 3 virtual resources, but whatever. The other option is Cradle, which is honestly okay. We're also on Patchwork instead of Vigil. I think Vigil's a bit underrated. This deck probably has a bit enough draw, but sometimes you just need that card draw, so Vigil's kind of cool. It needs to be a multiple of the draw, right? 1 to 9? Yeah, where you do the math, so you'd be like, oh, I'll draw my whole deck. You click to draw a fair bit, but I love that. And I think DJ Fenris is actually fascinating. This card could easily get cut. A single clone chip, by the way, is really funny. But DJ Fenris is cool because you can actually become, which is super obnoxious when you play this in person, you can become, what's her name? Jasminder? No, not right. Cabanessa Wu, right? You can play Cabanessa Wu, and then you can tutor your deck for a breaker, and then as long as you install over it with a program, you're largely okay to retrieval run it. You can pull either Paperclip, Black Orchestra, Air, and what's it called? The other one? Paperclip, Black Orchestra, and MK Ultra. And then as long as you install on top of it, you won't lose it. And I think that's actually a really important ability. You can also like pull Stargate to use it for 1 turn, pull David for 1 turn. All that shit's really good in this sort of deck. I think DJ Fenris is really cute. DJ Fenris also used to be really cool when you could become Steve Cambridge, but that's not a thing anymore. RFGing a D4 seems pretty good to break a remote too. Yeah, it's not bad anymore. I like this Fenris. I'd be interested to hear everybody's opinions on what cards we could cut just to get this number down. The way I'm standing right now is that we could probably cut both Queen's Gambits, I'll be honest. I just kind of want to play it because we haven't played this in a long time. We could probably cut the Begot. It's a one of, which is kind of exciting in this sort of deck list, but it's also a one of in this deck list. We probably don't need the DJ Fenris. I like 3 Earthrise. There's a chance we can cut a single Scrubber. It's the kind of card that you want in a certain matchup because it helps you win the matchup, but it's a pretty big deal. Queen's Gambit garbage. I don't think it's straight garbage. I think it's actually a lot more playable than you think, but it's probably one of the worst cards in the deck, unfortunately. So that's going to help us 115. I think Cutlery can be replaced by Hippo. Yes and no. Ransom, the thing with this deck is that there's a big chance in games you won't ever draw Hippo, so the Cutlery is really there for flexibility. And we also have 3 same old things, and you'll same old thing Cutlery just to like get Stargate pressure up or whatever. Like, it's actually really important as much as possible to have flexible cards, as opposed to be like, we don't need Cutlery because we have Hippo, because like, there's a big chance you're never gonna draw this. Armitage code busting is 11 credits for 7 clicks. That's very bad, I think. How's it going, Tom Toms? It's very bad, but that's the thing with this deck is you just need money. Like, we're running Day Job, which is somewhat comparable. The thing is, like, if all we draw in the early game is Armitage code busting, this is our economy card, and if we don't have economy card, we lose. A second cutting code busting. It seems like the worst card in your deck, but I promise you, you need it. We'll play a game with this and see how it goes, but like, there are games where Armitage code busting is sick. I guess the D99 isn't as good with that color. Yeah, D99 is really good with Cutlery too. It's also really good with like cards like Begot, and Hippo removes itself from game. I don't think I like the Fems. I really love the Fems because we have Retrieval Run. What else would we... Okay, if we could spend influence on the deck, what would we spend it on? Because I'm not convinced more clone chips are good, but we could cut Fems to play something else. I just don't know. Same old thing as redundant if you already have a D99. It's not. Same old thing is just clutch, and D99. Again, saying that we don't need same old things because we have District 99 in a 117 card deck is like a hard sell. As much as possible, you need redundancy. Diesel. Yo, spec work. No, I don't think that's really playable. I don't even think it's a good card. Code busting is better than a lot of these cards. I don't know. I think we'd probably just cut the queen. I just want to. We'll play it like this and see how it goes. But you need consistency. That's like we have 1 Corroder in a deck with 3 Paperclips because you just need it. 11 credits for 7 clicks. I'd rather click for money. I don't think it's that black and white. 3 same old things is meh. I don't think it's that black and white. Same old thing is really important because we can same old thing stim hack. We can same old thing making an entrance. I'm kidding. Same old thing current is also something that's playable. Diesel's the most consistent card ever. Sort of. It's also not an exciting card, is it? Cut the stim hacks? That's the best card in the deck, arguably. Seriously, we have clone chips. We have all the heat breakers. We don't have good money. This is one of the best cards in the deck. We have 3 same old things. Yo, stim hack is nuts. Stim hack is one of the best cards in the whole Netrunner. Where are we at? 117? This deck is also a shit ton of fun to play. I'm worried because now I've been double sleeving my cards just because the backs are seeable through, like see-through through most sleeves. This is a 49 card deck, double sleeved. Like, it's really big. Normally a 49 card deck, like a corp deck is like this tall. We're twice as tall, which means max 117 is going to be like here, right? Like it's, oh wait, no, we can do the math. This is 49, so this is 100, then plus or minus this. It's stupid big. It's like 1 full Netrunner box. And I'm gonna ride if you don't call it Max 109. I don't why. I don't think you need 3 Wanton. I think this deck needs as much central pressure as it can get, and it doesn't have enough. And 3 Wanton represents that. It's dummy thick, oh boy. Alright, well, we'll give this a shot. Get your opponents to help shuffle. It's been a while since I've seen the rule book, but I think the only limitations to deck size, as long as you're respecting like card limitations, is that the deck can be randomized in I don't know what the words are. They're really funny. It's like sufficiently randomized in a reasonable period of time. And like this, you just break it and pile shuffle it. Ooh, Weyland. This could be a fast deck. And this is why the deck is so fun, is the mulligans are like, okay. So we want money, so we don't get hard-hitting news or C-sourced or whatever the hell. Probably punitive. Thanks, you too. So burst money is good. So none of this is really burst money. It's unlikely the Queen's Gambit to get value, so I think we're just going to hard mulligan this. Asking for cuts with no desire to cut. Good rule of thumb. About a super meta deck. Let you down most of your cut. I think deuce is a consideration over fem. Oh, fuck me. Alright, well, Hacktivist is a card. Install advance. Okay, I don't know what's going on. We lost an inject and a Stargate. Okay, so what is this? Looks like it's probably a Rashida. If we run here, we're gonna be low on credits and weak to like hard-hitting news and shit. But if that's a Rashida, we need a trash Rashida. We don't have any money. We'll draw once. That's not money, so we can trash this game too. Okay, I don't know what's going on anymore, but that's acceptable. So we ran, so hard-hitting news is an issue. I think we might just want to play the Hacktivist and click for a credit. We can throw out the paperclip. We honestly, I don't think we actually have any connections. By the way, if you saw that, that was Contract Killer. I don't think we have any connections in the deck besides Bagat. So, oh, and we have DJ Fenris. So we just really need to draw some early economy. Otherwise, we have to slow down because interacting with a Weyland deck that cares about money can be pretty scary. Do entire card pool Anarch. It'd be really fun. Cat. Oh yeah, shit. We have Caddy, which is really important. All right, we have double daily cast, which is okay. Again, this is unlikely to be an Atlas. It's unlikely to matter because they have Hacktivist. So I think we're just gonna click for 2 credits, install double casts. Once we get up our economy early, it's easy to get turtle counters. And we even have DDoS for the early rush. So we'll see what this is. We have Paperclip in the bin, which is great. All best Anarch cards. That's how Max 109 started. It was just like, the early Max 109 decks were nuts. It was like Faust, Parasite, David, obviously all the breakers. Oh, it was crazy good. Okay, now we really don't know what's going on. We have a mining accident, which seems relatively strong. We also have the MK Ultra in the bin. So we can put Turtle, run archives, see if they'll give us the bad pub. Or we can actually just check these. Their econ's really bad, so the hard-hitting news threat seems pretty not impactful. That's a pad campaign, which is fine. And if they run any of this stuff, they start trashing. Superior Cyberwalls. Okay, so I don't, literally not gonna have a read on this matchup at all, because we're like pretty, playing some pretty wild cards. We don't know what server 2 is. I'm gonna take credit. This is System Core Weyland? Superior Cyberwalls isn't in System Core. Or Revised Core. They res the pad campaign trashing a card. That's good for us. We actually probably want to trash this once we get the bad publicity. And they're icing it up, which is also really good for us. Fightarian TV, how's it going? Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. All right, we have the Armitage, and I'm telling you, Armitage seems pretty slick right now. So I think we want to run archives. We'll pay the mining accident. If they pay the credits, we can trash this. Oh, we also got a new construction from hand. Okay. So now they can either lose 5 credits. So they pay the credits, so they have no more cards. So we can just run HQ a couple times here. And they have no money. We could trash this. It's most of our money. Oh yeah, wait, this is a bit broken for some reason. I think we'll just run HQ a couple times. Max, what has Nissan done to you? Patrick, how's it going? Hey, I'm a new player trying to get in competitive. How do you find GNKs near you? They conceded and left? What happened? How's it going, Patrick? So it's here in Montreal, it's relatively easy. We have a Facebook group called Netrunner, Android Netrunner Montreal, so people just post everything in there. Otherwise, online, people post it in different places. There's a Facebook group called Netrunner Geeks or Netrunner Dorks. I think it's Geeks modernly. So that you can go check out. The people post things there. Otherwise, you can contact like your local game stores and ask what's up. Is that what you mean when you say how do you find GNKs? Like how do you locate them, or like how do I find them as like a player enjoying myself? Like how do I enjoy them? The answer to both is yes. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I said two things now. How to locate them. Intimidated by deck size. Yeah, that's the easiest way to do it, is go online. If you're from what city are you playing in, if you don't mind saying, because we can even just shout it out in chat. Oh, looking for them physically, fantastic. Sorry, there's a delay in the chat, so sometimes this gets a bit awkward. What city are you playing in? But that's the best thing, is check out Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, you're in Chicago. Oh, there's a shit ton of stuff going on in Chicago. Yo, Chicago, sound off if you're in chat. Always be running sometimes works. Sometimes people put up here where they have events and tournaments coming up. So I don't know what's around here, but these are upcoming tournaments. You can check these. Not everything is here, but some people put their stuff up here. It doesn't look like there's anything for Illinois, but you know, that's a try. Dataki says, "Oh, I'm in Chicago." Yo, Patrick. Okay, so Dataki is up in Twitch chat right now. Dataki, do you have any heads up? We have a Discord and an active group and a weekly meetup. Fuck yeah. That's a lot. Here, I'm gonna copy this into YouTube. Thanks to Taki, or to the YouTube chat. So here, yo, Patrick, check this out. New question: how easy is it to tech against that runner? It doesn't mind getting a lot of tags. Is it one card to damage per tag, or do you need to run multiple copies because they negate damage? Oh yeah, so the one that goes tag me, you don't need to negate. Excuse me. If they're going tag me, I keep forgetting the name of this card. How do I keep forgetting it? High profile target? Oh, cheers. Hey, no problem. Dataki's helping you out. Hopefully you meet Dataki at some point. Tazdingo. Ooh, RP. This is a harder matchup. His hand is not the worst. I'm just gonna close that apparently. Yeah, no, if you play one of these, it's good. The thing is, like, this is not a card you can splash into your deck because it's 5 influence. You can't do it for just that matchup. So the best things you could do are like ice, unfortunately. You can always play closed accounts, which is pretty sweet. This is a 1 influence card, but again, it's like so meta dependent. Like if you're not tagging the runner, it's generally just a bad idea to put cards in your deck that interact off of tags, because the chance of them playing tag me is pretty low. We could do a lot. Let's high roll it. Taz here, just take it's broken. Give me a sec. Hey Will. All right, no problem. Uh-oh. Taz dingo. Well, they're in YouTube chat. Okay. HBT and then consulting visit for utility. I played that world specifically to deal with Liza Worlds. There's a Weyland on it. Yeah, there's only Weyland. Twitch chat. Ugh. Here's a fun question. If I wanted to run a burn HP deck, what cards are spent for influence to do kill damage? Jumped out of stream. So HP kill decks are really hard. There's not a lot of like good ways to do in faction, so you're gonna be spending all your influence. You could play hard hitting news and HP. People don't expect it. Your best case is probably there's HP decks that are playing Cybernext Division would have reduced hand size, and then playing Urban Renewal. I don't like these sort of deck archetypes, unfortunately, but this is probably the most consistent damage deck. Either that or any deck that's doing brain damage. Unfortunately, Cybernext Division's generally considered a pretty underperforming ID, and then just hit them with snare or like punitive counter strike, stuff like that. In fact, in any HP deck, if you're trying to kill someone, let me spell that right. Punitive counter strike is by far your best option because you have a lot of good 5/3 agendas. They're taxing, people don't play around it, and then just like brain damage helps a bit, I guess. It's not even that necessary. Just get good money. Cybernext has so many problems. We're gonna mulligan for higher. This honestly might be a better hand. Yeah, I mulled that. I was high rolling it. The Scrubber can be pretty cool in the matchup. The Wanton and Armitage is good. Making an entrance is actually like a pretty sweet card. Chaos, how's it going? Got here. What's this deck? It's a 117 card max deck. which is generally surprisingly consistent. We definitely did not need to mull that. That was a 7 out of 10. Yeah, they're fun. We've been doing this for years. They've been pretty cool. I feel like we might want to scrape 8 cards off the top of this deck. Let's see how it goes. 120 some cards, it doesn't matter, all Anarch cards are good. That's largely how it goes. Celebrity Gift, they're going to show us their hand and they're not going to ice up HQ. So we know Celebrity Gift is going to hit Fetal AI, and Genotyping. So I feel like that's our play here. We lost Liberated and a single copy of Begot, which is pretty bad, but seems good. So the Celebrity Gifts, if they keep them, are bad. The Genotyping is a problem, but we can go steal 2 Fetals probably. They're icing up Archives, which is also really good for us. We have a Mining Accident. And we have an MK Ultra in the bin is good. So I think we can just set up largely here. Well, making an entrance, this card's really hard, but we can now start trashing things. So we don't want a paperclip. And we have to set up the next kind of card, so it's going to be trash, trash, draw. So if we draw Caddy, so it's actually really hard to set these up. Oh man, I hate this card. It's so hard. We can trash the 2 Street Peddlers in theory. It's actually a really good card because it speeds us up. So we can got 1 Street Peddler to install Caddy Jones. Turning Wheel is also really important because we have no multi-access. This deck is difficult. Fuck me. Okay, we're definitely not trashing anything. Maybe we do trash things. The District 99 is cute because we have a Begot in the bin and we have a Patchwork, which is really powerful. So I feel like we want this early. We also want Caddy Jones early. So we want to put in Street Peddler, which we'll draw. So we'll just do that and we'll Street Peddler. Draw once, install Street Peddler. Oh, wait. Fuck. Shit. Good enough. Someday Brain Damage Trace HP will be a real deck. Yeah, it's scary because Brain Damage is like really scary because it kind of just piles on you. And there's the Genotyping. They might have kept that, so they're going to save some of their Fetals, I think. That's fine. I've seen those Rozeki Adam lists. They're super fun. I haven't specifically. I think Rozeki is actually a big reason why a lot of people are playing more rushy Netrunner modernly because Rozeki is crazy, but I could see it being good. Like, I know it's good. So we have a stim hack in hand, lost 1 stim hack. All right, our hand's not particularly good. We can always run Centrals just to get the Mining Accident pressure up, which is pretty cute. We want to get the Caddy Jones. Actually, yeah, I think the Caddy Jones is probably better than the District. More interaction with runner hand size can make Brain useful. Yeah, it could. Oh, Sundew. We definitely want to trash that. We know the Scrubber's going to be good in this matchup. So we could play Caddy or the Mining Accident. I think like the Caddy is not necessary this turn. We'll just play the Mining. But you see why Armitage is really good. It is economy we can depend on. All right, we slowed them down a fair bit. Because they can't really play Celeb Gift here. I feel like we need the Caddy, but we can install her and then we can use her. All right, let's go. Rozeki's a good mini faction card in general. Yeah, I wish cards, I don't know. Actually, in Shaper seems important, but I wish most of the 1 influence utility cards were like neutral. Or sorry, mini faction. We have access to all our breakers. So now money matters. I think we're gonna play Scrubber, run HQ, then Armitage. Oh, Future Perfect. I think we'll pay 0. Haha, it's like a lamprey. Got him. And they're not anywhere close to jamming in the remote, and we have a stim hack in hand and the same old thing. The Scrubber's also going to do a bit of work. I don't see why we wouldn't run that. The question is, do we take Caddy Fray? I think we just take Armitage. If we Queen's Gambit, we can also access in Queen's Gambit it. It might be an NGO front. But let's run HQ. Run server 1. Yeah, so that's probably an NGO front. Probably play 1 here. I'll just... Oh, wow. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, they rezzed it. Whatever. They rested before we made the run, so that sucked because we could have saved a click. Rizeki should be a Sunny card. It would help with the broken drip economy. It makes sense with the Cloud Breakers. Yeah, it does. It's really good in that. It's really good in any mini faction, actually, unless you're apocalypsing yourselves. But hey, we're set up. We have all the breakers. We have money. The Sundew is down, so we just have to run the Sundew. I think we just take Caddy, run R&D, run Server 2. Actually, we want to run HQ, right? And then we'll just dirty laundry this. So this we can actually bounce off of. We can get a single access too, which is not that bad. Whatever, we'll do it. The net damage would suck if it hit the dirty laundry. So this is an envelope, which we break for 2 credits. So they still have to protect their hand, and then we can dirty laundry this and trash it for free. Genotyping, okay. They have a lot of recursion. I don't know, I think you definitely want to ice this up. On its own, like we can just take a net damage to run that. Okay. Just take money, like we're getting enough drip. Now we just want to find our pressure cards. So we have 2 more District 99s in the deck. Wake Up Call? That seems spiteful. We'll take 4 me damage. Cool. What's going on here? How's it going, puppy? You should have said action after you ran HQ for fear mining accident. That's true. Mess with the Cato, get the Batto. Oh, we got a Stargate, actually. That seems pretty good. All right, so what could this be? It could be a Fetal. I think we want to draw, run R&D, run this. Oh, that's really good, too. I actually hope we don't take damage. And then we can Caddy last click. Sadaka? Oh, well, we're going to lose Caddy anyways. At least this is open and we have a Stargate to punish it. So this is a really cool card. It's going to trash Caddy, very likely. The Caddy, so that's fine. They also are going to control what we draw. Most importantly here is if it's a snare, they have to pop this first to do the damage. It's a deep daily business show. I think we're going to leave that on the top because that's a really bad draw for them. And this isn't for us. It's an NGO front. Okay. And we'll put the District 99 down. And now every turn, this card is so good in Caddy. I think you def Stargate this. Yeah, we know they're drawing a DBS though, so it's fine. Our money is not the biggest issue here. So that's probably a daily business show. So we're just going to drop the Stargate and go. Oh wow, we have a dirty laundry to follow it up. So this is when we trash a program or hardware. We missed that turn, but whatever. We're just going to keep trashing their ice. If there's an agenda on top, we can grab it. So we're going to trash the envelope. We're going to steal the Philotic. And then we're going to draw so we don't add it like punitive, I guess, if that's in the deck. And now we know they're drawing a Breach Dome. This is a daily business show, which they didn't res. They probably could have. Oh, I guess. Oh, Hacktivist is no longer online. Oh, they're genotyping. Cool. They have a lot of these. We do, in theory, have to watch out because we are trashing cards for Wake Up Call. Because we trash here, right? Yeah. And they did not protect this. We have a Mimic too. We lost our Patchwork, but we got a token here of the District 99. We're not even halfway, so we're just going to keep grinding it. Rizeki should not exist. Permanent Dribicon has always been pretty terrible design. I think Rizeki is a big reason it's existence why you can't play late game Corp. It's just impossible. Oh wow, they're really trying to hurt us here. I think they definitely just get the Hostile. I don't care about the Fetal, honestly. They can draw that. What was on top? Fetal? So we could steal the Fetal, actually. Your hand's not that good. Let's see what we draw into. I've had worse would be... Oh, we don't have I've had worse. Do we have I've had worse in this deck? Yeah, we do. Yeah, that's cute. Street Peddler is cool. Hippo is important. Day Job is unplayable, so it's basically a Hippo. And we can run and take the Fetal. I honestly don't care that much. They're not in a good position. We have Cutlery. Are you still a UB, by the way? Yeah, totally. It's actually my 2 years next week. It's been great. It's been really good. So they res the daily business show. So we don't know whether they draw the Fetal or the Hostile. So we definitely want to just trash all this. So we're going to Stargate and start running stuff. All right, we got an I've had worse, which is the biggest deal here. Oh, we lost the Dirty Laundry. So we're going to check all this stuff before running server 4. One of these is the Breach Dome for sure, which is okay. So we'll Stargate. In theory, they could res a Hostile infrastructure here. A Nancy Architect Sundew. I feel like the Architect is a... It's actually the Nancy is way bigger of an issue. We can break Architect for 3. All right, so we always have an I've had worse in hand, so we can start checking this stuff. Bioethics, yeah, okay. Our money is now an issue. Okay. I feel like we don't even have to run the last one. We'll just take money. Wait, you have still 69 cards? How's it going, Chris? Yeah, we started with 117. So that's an architect, which is fine. We can't hippo architect, which is the worst part. District 99, not getting counters. Feels bad. I feel like we could even just like Amakua run archives. I like that play actually a fair bit. They could res an Anansi here. It wouldn't be that bad. It would actually be bad for them to go down to 0. Oh. No, they can fire that. We have a scrubber. The Corp current is trash because you play a current. Can the Corp play Wake Up Call? I know, because Wake Up Call I think says installed cart. No, it doesn't. That's a bioethics? That doesn't really matter. Oh. Okay. This is awkward. Really? 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 We could draw here. It's unlikely to do 2 net damage to us. They actually could. No, it's really hard. Faceplant the envelope. I think we'll be fine here. I hope they like go crazy and like fast advance a sting or something. I don't know. Okay, now they made the architect a lot worse, so this is okay. Oh, that's really good. So now we have 3 District 99, so this is where the game gets really fun. So we can choose what Anarch card to bring back to our hand. And the possibilities are pretty endless. I feel like Patchwork is not the option here. It has to be an in-faction card, and so it could be like a Liberated Accounts, which honestly isn't the worst. We could Queen's Gambit this, but there's a chance it's a Sting. Stargate, leave the BEA. Yeah, we could have Stargated here. With 5, actually, I think Stargating is not bad either. I just want a bit more money. We have Hippo, which is really cool, but we definitely need money. Like, I think we actually will just sit back one turn and District 99 for Liberated and install it. But, like, there's so many good options. We just need money. Yo, Cody, how's it going? What's the theme today? GNK on Saturday. So we're playing some fun GNK decks. This is 117 card max. And now it makes sense why they're playing so many genotyping. They're trying to play grind deck. Keeping these in hand, though, makes it almost impossible. I don't know what this is. Get another Wanton and do it again? I don't know if it's necessary. Oh, that's actually really good. I feel like we just want to hippo them. So we'll Stargate, and if they res here, we hippo it. They can't res Anansi, Architect. This week actually could hippo. And we have to break all the subroutines. So we're just going to let this fire. Or, yeah, whatever. We can let it fire. We just need to hit. They can't run Obakata because we've seen it. Oh, we have Spooned. That's cute. Oh, I lost the DDoS, whatever. Alright, well, they res at the wrong time, but it's okay. Oh, fuck, MU. Oh, wow. Do we really actually. Is this Architect really bad? Wow, MU is actually a problem with this deck. At least we got a District 99. No, that didn't work. Hey, did they splash screen change? I forgot what it looks like. Yeah, okay. Surprised he had paid to draw 2 with I've had worse in hand. I don't know. The card draw's pretty good. We paid only 1 for it. Tithonium Envelope Celebrity Gift. Tithonium is pretty. It's almost unresable for them. Amaku would actually be really good here because we start pressuring centrals. Like, we just need a way to close the game. I feel like this is a pretty good way. So taking money is good. We could trash DBS for 2 credits, which seems fair. That makes their draw a lot worse, but like, we're not running HQ. Gift? No, I don't know. We could do the gift. The gift is probably going to be on top still though, right? Oh, now they just drew the gift. Oh, we have Caddy. So I think that's pretty favored for us. I don't know what this is. I honestly have no idea. But like, we can play relatively slow. Yeah, MU is definitely an issue. I don't know if they're good MU cards though. We could run HQ here. What does this cost? 2 credits? Well, that seems pretty good. Yeah, whatever. Oh. That's good. Now they can't Celebrity Gift. I think that res is a mistake. Celebrity Gift is way better than this. Well, MU is going to be a huge problem. So Clone Chip for Akamatsu membership. Oh man, I don't want to run Akamatsu. Evening, Andre, your live stream may be the one thing to keep me sane tonight. 3 a.m. in a maternity ward with a newborn. No sleep with me. Yo, shit, congrats. Billy, that's awesome. That's fantastic. Hey, congrats. That's super cool. All right, we lost our fam. Oh, I wish we had to click left. The money accent's so easy right here. That happened one too many times. That's awesome. Fetal AI. Oh, we lost the mining. I think we'll take that. And our turn on game point. So now we know we can just like smash R&D and win. I don't think we have any reason to play fast. We have an I've had worse in hand. Ooh, that would have been a good turn to play this. And like even just bringing I've had worse back to hand with District 99 makes this matchup so easy. Q-Corn's chip so good. Maybe a Mon there if you're MU intensive route. Yeah, that's the thing is like you could run multiple consoles and I don't think it's wrong. Oh, they're gonna show us their hand, which is really good for us. A Bioethics, Cobra, Fetal, Genotyping, Future Perfect. Okay, so we just run HQ and we have a big chance of winning. Yeah, like I think, well, they're not gonna go anywhere. We'll just day job. I think running excuse me, what's it called, is pretty good consoles. Why is Architects of Tomorrow viable? High tier tournament viable? Unlikely. Viable to have fun with? Yeah, totally. I actually think Daily Quest is a really good card for Architects of Tomorrow because you get value if they run. And a lot of times people will just sit back on Architects Tomorrow and only run when it matters. Oh, they just play genotyping. Okay. So that's like a really big deal, is that you can force them to run early. Also, without an employee strike, Architects Tomorrow got a way stronger. The issue is still having like a legitimate game plan. You probably want to be on Jinja. It's probably, if you took a sports metal deck, put more Biroids in it, you probably wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I don't think multi-console at all is terrible. What does it say? Shuffle cards from R&D. Okay, so they still have agendas in hand. Wanton Destruction here would be pretty sweet. Can we just like District for Wanton? I think we'll just run HQ. I think we'll just spoon HQ, but then we have to break all these subs, which is actually really difficult for us. And like, I love net damage. Like, you can, all this can fire, I don't give a shit. The DJ Fender is actually really bad right now. I think it's okay, but Sports Metal is just better, more flexible. I think it's better, but the Glacier potential is really strong. Like the 4 credits a turn is nuts. Fenders for Chaos Theory. Holy shit, Fenders for Chaos Theory actually would have been really good. All right, we'll just pay 1. They'll probably pay 2. It'd be crazy if they paid 0. Oh yeah, that's a good game. All right, well, I don't know what their strat exactly was. I think they were trying to make an attrition grind us out deck. A single scrubber definitely helped a bit, but like we had our options. Like we had all our breakers turn 2, which is unlikely. We did lose a caddy, but if we had a caddy since turn 2, things would be pretty good. I was entirely pressing too much deck. Fair bit of deck for sure. Wow, they had a snare there. I don't think we'd ever run that snare. Like, we don't run this until they start advancing it, because if it's a sting, they would have scored it. It's not the Philotic, so like this really doesn't matter what this is. So I don't think we ever run that. Got it down to less than half. You did. We're on game point though, and we knew the hand was entirely agendas, and they had no way to deal with them. So I'm proud of me. All right, runs grinder meets 117 card max. Yeah, right. Like we go through 3 cards a turn, and we still have enough deck. Hey, cheers. Oh shit, they left before. Okay, well, hey, that's cool. Yeah, CT. Oh no, wait, CT isn't a Gmod. She's natural. Oh fuck, she's a Gmod? Okay, hey, wow. We're paying 3 credits and 1 influence. We didn't see a career fair for for 1 MU. Okay, actually, let's maybe address this deck a wee bit. Okay, so what have we learned? What can we change? I feel like our Queen's Gambits are just not probably worth it. Making an entrance was surprisingly good. Maybe we only want 2. I don't know. This card's nuts. Even if you mill 6 with it, it can be really strong. Scrubber was actually really good. Obviously, we drew it at the right time. Ice Carver is really good with our Breaker Suite. We need more MU, and we just need to put extra copies. Let's just put 2 Maws in. Turntable is also like a very reasonable card. Maw is really expensive. It's like a Cyberdelia. It does give you credits back. That's the best kind of Cyberdelia. 1 APOC over Fems? Fuck me, that's so ridiculous. I kind of like it, but like the chance of us drawing it and it being good in the matchup. The cool thing is if you mill Apocalypse, you're like sitting there and be like, oh shit. It's gonna happen at some point. I'd super be interested to hear what other people think are like really just good standard cards to play. No. I'm back in on the subject. Excuse me, my mulligan was horrible. Well played. Enjoy the game. Hey, cheers, Will. Thanks for the game as well. This matchup's pretty hard. Our opening hand is nuts, though. Thanks, you too. So the big thing in this matchup is you have to watch out for Universal Connectivity Fee, which is really strong. We don't have Lamba or Ngolo, so the only way to break it is with Amakua, and they have 3 IP blocks for sure in their deck. This hand's nutty. Demolisher? Oh, no. Apoc 419 is actually very good. I have no doubt. Apocalypse is really good, but you want to build an Apocalypse deck, not just shove one of it into like a 113 card deck. We also don't have Virus Synergy, really. Knob Curie isn't very good. At one point, this deck used to have Mem Strips in it, the first iteration of it. I think it was the worst card in the deck, but like Data Sucker, Parasite, all that shit was really relevant. All right, I think... that's bad. We lost Mkua. I feel like we want to get District 99 down as soon as possible. But Day Job's good. The thing with Day Job is really good recovery if they close accounts us. I feel like we might actually just go like Armitage, hit it. District 99, hit it. We've seen no breakers so far. We gotta do the math. What's the chance of this firing every turn? It's kind of likely. It's programs and hardware. That's actually not very likely. I think I'm the only person who used to play Jin. Jin was cute. I like Jin. Is there anybody we can Fenris to immediately? Let's pull up the Gmod lists. Just write the word thinking really quick. Advanced. I don't think it's that good. I think the problem is we lost the best one, which was Steve. Steve was so good in this deck. Armitage is better recovery than Day Job for close accounts. Yeah, a lot of these decks are running All-Seeing Eye as well. So Liza is not a possibility. Los is medium okay. Haley is like hard to play. Smoke is fine. And then that's largely it. This is what I played in my last GNK. I did as well. Take 2 for turns to Day Job after closed. Yeah, you're right. But if we hit a UCF, we can do a credit and kind of recover. I'm not convincing myself either, don't worry. We need to find answers. We have a Black Orchestra. That's a play for next turn. Data Sucker helps a fair bit because they're likely to be on Newshound. They have big barriers, so the knife is actually really good. If we find one. Playing this down means they ice up Archives, which is kind of bad. That actually slows them down a fair bit. Do we actually want to play in this deck also like the Confrontation card, whatever it's called, the new one? Smoke is kind of good. Yeah, Smoke is fine. It's credit a turn. That's economy. Trickster Taka got cut from this deck, unfortunately, and I think her credit a turn is probably worth it. It might be better than some of the other cards, considering like you see in most of these games, the most important thing to do is like play whatever economy card we draw. I think Wu is probably the one because we don't have our breakers. And actually keeping the Data Sucker in hand was probably a better play because we can Fenris for Wu, then like find a program Data Sucker on top of it. Raiden is also not the worst, but the most expensive ice they have in their deck is 6 credits. Yo, Wayne, how's it going? Hello. Like, probably Data Ward tops out. Maybe they're playing Hydra, which is 11 credits, but if it fires, they get 5 back, so that's I think 6. So, like, I don't think Reyna. We actually can't go into Reyna, mind you, because that's to be in the same faction. Oh my god, playing targeted marketing against a 117 card deck, that's insane. That's so cool. A gym called Caddy. So they're definitely on New Sound. My deck has Tarmor, bet off throwing a dart. That's awesome. All right, we have double Dirty Laundry, but we're definitely gonna open with the entrance. So cards we need to throw out. So Scrubber is not that good. The second making an entrance, whatever. Spooned is okay. The code gates that depend on tags. They're probably on Slot Machine. That's likely it. Daily Cast and Hippo's really good. David's really is like not actually that good in this matchup because it doesn't all get through Data Ward. It actually might be bad. Guess who just graduated? Yo, congrats! Fuck yeah. Did you just get the paper or did you do your walking today? That's awesome. Congrats, yo. So I don't know if the Spoon is that good. Actually, David Spoon technically deals with a single copy of Slot Machine. I like the cast. I like the Hippo. So it's draw, trash. I mean, trash, draw. So we'll trash, draw. Whatever. We could have trashed that. Oh no, we'll draw it. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Okay, so furthest down is the Hippo, then the Daily Cast, and Spoon David. Whatever, we'll trash those. Done. We'll just get some sucker tokens. David's great against Hydra. Yeah, I just don't think a lot of people play Hydra. I don't know. I think people are warming up a bit on Hydra. If we draw now, it fucks up everything, so that's wrong. So I guess we'll take that. We also could have planned it so we trash the Hippo so we get District 99 counters. There's a cool combo there. Got back from the ceremony not long ago. That's super cool. What are you studying? I think we now want to pressure HQ. The hugest issue here is if we hit a UCF, we're fucked. Oh, they just special reported. I think we could run Bagat, run HQ. But again, special report, I think we lose real bad. Let's see if they shuffle agendas. If they don't shuffle agendas, I don't know. I think he still might want to run HQ. Wanton Destruction is also nuts in this matchup. Because they keep the punishment cards in hand. Okay. So they didn't do anything. All right. We'll run HQ here. Forces a res. IP block, we'll pay 3. That's a New Sound. Okay. But all subroutines fire. So we need an answer for that. Mimic is actually really good because we have a Data Sucker. In fact, anything is good. So we know what we need to get into Bagat them. All right, so that'll end the round. We'll play this one at 7. That's still good enough. We'll have 9 credits next turn. I think they only play one Hydra if they play Hydra. We drew our Hippo, so the next 3 cards are unknown. They're rushing for the remote. Again, we just need to find breakers. So actually, maybe the next making an entrance was impactful, but we can always DJ Fenris for Cabo, which is really funny because you have to keep shuffling this deck, which is super awkward. This beer tastes like cider. MC Austerity. Okay, so they're on 5/3s. So they'll probably only have like what 7 to 8 agendas in their deck. We only have 3 clicks. We want to pressure this remote. We have the Wanton in hand. Just kidding. We have the MK Ultra, which is really good because we can get the trash from hand every turn. I feel like we want to run this. It forces them to res. We only have 3 clicks, mind you. Hard hitting news is also really good. All right, we'll spend another 3. So we traded basically 2 for 3. Not the best. And we can no longer day job. They have the hot tech. Ah, DDoS. Well, it's not that good right now. All right, so we need to find a way to get through this. And this deck doesn't have that many options. Back in the day, you used to have Knight. So we basically have to draw Mimic, Retrieval Run, Fem. Amaku is okay. Snooze Hound. Hey-oh. All right, we got a console, which is cute. We also have an MK Ultra, which is even cuter. So we can go trash that for 3 credits. We can let them fast advance out, but actually will cost them 5 credits, which is pretty good for us. I feel like we want to get value from the patchwork every turn. We also have the District 99, so we can pull back any in-faction card. So even pulling back Mining Accident is pretty potent. So we could run, break for 3 credits, install our breaker for free, trash for 3, which would put us on 0, which seems bad. We need to get value out of this because I just installed it. Otherwise, it would be a mistake. The next card played will trigger trash work. Okay, whatever. Okay. At least we got value from it. This gives you 2 credits of value for turn trashing a card, and we have a lot of cards we can trash. We have 3 of some unique cards, and also we just have to be a bit flexible with our rig. If they score out right now, I think they can't score at a 5-3. I think it's the next turn they score a 5-3. So hopefully we draw like a stim hack or something. I don't know. 89 cards left. Let's go. Biased reporting, probably for resource. So we can trash resources to deny. It's actually a 3 credit swing. So we can keep this for 4 credits or deny them 3 credits. The 3 credit swing. So basically, this is worth 3 credits if we trash it, denies them 2. I think it's always right to trash this. It might be wrong. But now they gain 2? Yeah, and we gained 1 instead of 4. I think that's right. Alright, so now the snooze sound is protected. Can't do that. We have the paperclip, so now we actually have, we don't have a, we have a whole breaker suite, which is really sweet. We can also install something trashing our turn. So let's draw once to see what we can install. So we can install a DDoS for cheap, which is really good. New sound is a good reason to not remove currents from Netrunner, I think. More stuff interacts with them. This is the only card that interacts with currents besides the News Now hour, which I don't think is a good reason to keep it. All right, well, we want to keep that in hand. I think we want to install something. We'll install DDoS for the cheap. Our economy is drying up really heavily, but I feel like this card's good enough. DJ Fenris can give us Los, actually. I feel like we might need the economy from Los. We have our MU, so we'll do that. We'll throw out the paperclip. So Los is 2 credits this turn. Actually, per ice. Oh, first time. So maybe a turn. What about Sol? That interacts with currency. Yo, Zach. Yeah, you're right. I forgot. I think that's the only other card. It's Sol, News Hound, and the News Now hour. Los sighting. He's out there. All right, so they're going to score a 5-3, go down to 5 credits. We can now pressure centrals. We have the Hippo. We also only still have, we have 4 clicks now, so we can just like day job for free. This is gain 10 credits. Hopefully this is the one that the shuffles. Oh, it's actually SSL. That's worst case. All right. So I think we throw out the same old thing to get down the Stargate. And then we just pop off. We also could just trash this on HQ. Break it for 3 credits. Install for free. And then get a Bagat Fire. I feel like that's actually really good because then they'll ice this up. I like that a lot. So we'll run HQ. We'll pop this. Yes. Throw that out. We'll drop 1, we'll break 3, we'll hippo it. And I'll probably click for credits. I think currents should be closer to the power level of housekeeping 6 scarcity. I think currents are obviously too good, but we'll trash Rashida, 1 off the top of archives. The credit differential, not fantastic. They're gonna start with 3 more. We could go for accesses here. Draw for Dirty Laundry again. Drawing for any card in this deck is kind of stupid. It's been many turns. They did bias reporting, but they didn't have anything. And last click, we'll just click for credit. Overstate AI. Oh, wow. So they're on Data Ward and Hydra. This is I played an Overstate AI list Acme before. I think, did Jim even give it to us? I know we played Overstate Acme at some point. I think we have a list somewhere. Let's see. My decks. Shit. Acme Tavern, is this it? No. Okay, we had it at some point. Hedge Fund IPO, they didn't punish us. They actually might not be on tag punishment. We have a retrieval run, which gets us not a fem yet. The David can be pretty cute. That could be Rashida pretty easily. We don't have money. They have a huge credit differential. We didn't get punished there, but they hedge funded an IPO, so we might now. I think we just really need economy here. I feel like the Bagat runs are really strong. Let's draw once for... we can actually install that this turn, which is kind of cool. Touch looking good right now. Yeah, tell me about it. And we trash 1 randomly. They have 1 card in hand, so it's unlikely we're going to get hard-hitting news here. So I think we'll throw out the Spooned. Probably the second the DDoS, actually. Then click 4. That's better than Armitage, right? Amakua? Oh yeah, we retrieve on Amakua. They definitely have 3 IP blocks in their deck, which is an issue. But you're right, Amakua with the data sucker is probably good enough. The thing is, like, we have to over-install it. 23 credits, fuck me, and they have big ice. That's the problem with Amaku is they definitely have big ice. I might actually want a retrieval run for Fem. Because they're running Overstate AI, they're running stupid big shit. And Amaku is just not going to cut it, especially against a deck that's definitely running 3 IP blocks. Never seen Overstate AI before. Do you think they're holding a super high cost ice? 100%. The Rashida Fire there was really good for them because they were only holding 1 card in hand at the point. So let's see if we get hard hitting news right here. There's a small chance. We also could run archives to see 2 unknown cards. But like, we really want Los to fire. All right, so they probably have something in hand. We have the Fem. We want to throw that out so we can like, we could do like day job here to throw out the Fem and the retrieval run and push for the remote. It doesn't give it a Los fire this turn, but it's pretty reasonable thinking. I think we do that. I think we throw the Fem out. Take 14. Now we can contest the remote. We have access to all types of breakers and a retrieval run Fem. It's probably pretty good. And the District 99 gives us some flexibility. If they double advance that, yeah, now we really have to go here. So I think we'll Fem the outside one. It's most likely to be Data Ward or Raven. We could also install DDoS, Fem, and then we definitely get into the remote for really cheap. And I think that's cool. Yeah, I think that's cool. We don't need the Ute in this matchup. I feel like we want to Fem this one, though. I feel like you always want to Fem the outermost one. They put it there for a reason. This is probably wrong. I feel like we're just trying to get DDoS value. That's unnecessary. We'll gain 4 and run this. So now UCF can't fire. It's impossible for us to get UCF. Patchwork, yeah, Patchwork's good. I don't know if they res anything here. We break that for 3. In theory, we could have broke it for 2 if we use a bunch of data suckers and Fem. I think it's okay. Oh wait, got SSL. Turned off the current. Got him. Cool. Didn't know you can Fem and ice before it's ice. Oh yeah, totally. That's one of the coolest things about it. Femming Overstate AI to ice is kind of bad because you don't break a subroutines, you bypass it, so it won't trash it. But it's definitely an option. I think they're actually Jim's not on hard hitting news. I'm pretty sure the Overstate AI decks are not on hard hitting news. Now we only have 2 killers, and we have to pop off somehow. So we'll run HQ here. I don't think it's likely for them to have something, but like we get good pressure out of the Begot. And we probably want a District 99 for something of value. I think District 99 for day jobs over and over again is pretty cute. Even DDoS's over and over again is pretty cute. I'll Street Peddler first. Same old thing, forked, turning wheel. So it looks like it's turning wheel. We can install that last. Probably hitting that is wrong here because we get hit by UCF running HQ. So we should have kept 4 credits on this. This is the wrong order. I think 11 credits is enough to contest a single ice when we get 2 from Los. Oh, here's a Hydra. They paid 10 for that, which is the best case scenario here. So we're actually going to break it. Fem, got to do the math. So we can lower this down so it has 3 subs. We could just take a tag instead of paying 3 credits. So this is 6 strength. We can drop it down to, we just need to drop it down to 3 strength to break it for 6. If we drop it all the way down to 2, we break it for 3 credits. I think we're just going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, we paid 3, so we want to Fem this for sure. At least they spent 10 on that, which is good. We also got 2 back. And we're going to go ahead and get out the turning wheel, which is a win condition. And we got a hedge fund there. We trashed with Begot, which is pretty cool. So we got our Los trigger. We didn't get a Patchwork trigger. In theory, we could have saved a credit here, but it's not that sweet. I think we actually want to draw. Okay, so that's a card we definitely want to Patchwork out. How wrong you were. Yeah, definitely. I think they're probably running 3 of that because they are on Overstate AI. We're definitely wrong. Quick find Caddy. We'll find her. I don't think we've seen any. Oh, we've seen 1 Caddy so far. Man, playing this deck in person is so much more fun because you spend more. You don't see a lot of times your cards here. Oh, Tarmar. I think I'll call Caddy. Fuck. Our window is gone. All right, we can Patchwork for Patchwork. We can Patchwork for Stargate, which is pretty sweet. I feel like we do Patchwork for Stargate. We have 2 MU exactly. I said no. I don't think we have the MU for Stargate. I think we have to win with Turning Wheel. Hopefully this is like a Data Raven or something stupid. Do we have another Fem? Fem is really good in this matchup. I feel like we can just do the remote. We'll run R&D. This is probably wrong. I think we can just camp the remote. Overwrite the Fem so you can return it again. Wait, where's our Fem token? Oh, this is a mistake res. This is what a mistake res looks like. Oh, I love those. When they put an end around on the end and you can build turning wheel tokens. Yeah, we could override the Fem. I don't know where a Fem token isn't on this ice. Did they trash? Did that happen at some point? I think also we want to run archives. Okay, we gotta run this remote. Overwrite Fem. I think it's okay. Oh, ooh. So this is probably a universal like connectivity fee. We could overwrite the Fem. How do we do that? We could pull David to hand, override the Fem, retrieve a run server 1. Yeah, I think Jim overrode it. Yo, Parallel, how's it going? Yeah, I feel like that's right. Man, District 99 is cool. I think we install a David here. We retrieve a run archives for free for 1 credit. But even like getting a Wanton is scary. Whatever, we'll try this. Oh, I fucked up. This feels a bit dodgy. DDoS also would have been... Oh, DDoS is probably better because we don't get hit by universal connectivity fee. Install paperclip. Yeah, we'll technically tagged here, so we have to install paperclip. Yeah, the DDoS is actually much better. Yeah, UCF is going to be a problem for sure. If only we increase its strength. We also are... Femme fatale. Well, now this is unlikely for us to punish us. We break this for 2 credits. We could run it. I think we are going to try and run it. So UCF doesn't fire because we're not going to be tagged. Like if it's a Raven, we bypass it. 6 credits is the issue. We get through this for 2. Co-gates are the problem. Like if this is an Enigma, it's actually really bad for us. The second innermost ice. The middle ice. How's Los doing in this? Okay. Yeah, okay, we femmed it. Fantastic. It's okay. It's fine. Los isn't amazing. So this can't be a UCF. A Hydra would be annoying. It's a data ward. Data ward we actually can't get through, I don't think. So it's either 3 credits or take a tag. So we just pay 3 credits. No, we can get through this whole server. So the unfortunately we're not tagged because it's not the outermost ice. And we can get exactly through this. Yeah, Los has been okay. It's given us maybe 6 credits. We played it for 1. Like it's fine. Cool, this server sucks. The server's really bad. They want to overwrite this thing and put like a data raven there. Subs don't do anything. Yeah, these subs only do something if you're tagged. We're not. And then we can just go ahead and pop this down and then exactly break it with Fem. We have exactly enough counters and credits. So worst case here is NGO front, obviously. We can't even trash it, not that it matters. We can shuffle things back if it's a degree mill. So this is interesting. Exactly enough credits. Totally planned. So we'll shuffle back MK Ultra and Paperclip. That's our only Paperclip. Yeah, what do we shuffle back? I think the MK Ultra for sure because it's 2 credits and we have another one. So fuck that. Fem seems important. David seems pretty good because we can fork this eventually. Should have put a 1 in the trace. Oh, nothing traced. Wow, that math worked out so good. It's probably the Bagat, honestly. I think it's actually the Bagat. Yeah, Rob's saying Bagat too. You have a clip in hand, yeah. Yeah, actually the fact that we have a clip in hand. The clip is not necessary in this matchup so far. I feel like the clip is okay. Because we would probably just install this with patchwork to get out. And they're not going to hard hitting use us. Where's my beer? Here it is. Yeah, Lo's doing work. Bagat's good, actually. Like, checking these cards here is relevant. We got to find that caddy while we have that window. Also, the new sounds, mind you, no longer have an ender on subroutine because there's no current. Wow, 0 credits, 0 clicks. How many times are you running through the Hydra again? Once. We're gonna fork it and then David it, or hippo it and David it. Like basically we trash this so we get Begot hedge fund. So left in our deck we have no forked. We have one same old thing. We have 3 hippos though. 2 hippos. It's really hard to read it, all of that. Yeah, we got D99 to hippo and then we just trash it. So with D99 hippo, install it for free, trash. That's a Rashida. If not, it's a 1-pointer, which is fine. Cool. So we're not going to show that we have paperclip. So we're going to go District 99, add a card from grip to heap, hippo. Unfortunately, they're going to Rashida and then they'll have ice for HQ. Where's hippo? Yo, hippo, yeah, out here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to patchwork, install hippo, throwing out the other console. We're going to run HQ. We're going to trash, hippo it, fuck that Hydra. This deck's surprisingly smooth. Yeah, you have so much flexibility. The early games, we win. Good game. Like, we have so much, you have to play smart, like, you have to have flexibility, you have to make, like, cool choice with District 99, that was a fun one. But, like, you have the tools, like, all you need is access to breakers and enough economy, and that's what you see, like, with cards like Armitage and stuff like that, is you just need economy. We were down to 0 credits when we were accessing that. Obviously, we got lucky, we didn't do the math, but like, as long as you have enough economy, Anarch has enough flexibility in the options. Like, we have enough pressure cards. We never even installed the Stargate, which probably wouldn't have been good in this matchup because MU is a problem. Such a gangly remote. This is the worst. It's like, that remote got weird. The placement is always rough. I love Thimble Rig in these decks. I would have forked because it's back in the trash instead of RFG. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize it was the same. Yeah, because you can always just fork this and it goes back in the trash instead of RFGing the hippo and it costs 2 the same. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really, really cool. We definitely should have done that. It was either DDoS or Fem. Fem seems more permanent, which is cute. So yeah, we played 2 Fems. This was enough multi-access. Like we actually could have seen 3 from the hand that turn. It probably would have been better. I totally actually forgot we had this, but economy is the biggest issue here. And that's the whole thing, like why Caddy is such a big deal for this deck, is if we top decked a Caddy earlier in the game. Oh, I was like, are we playing 2 Begot? No, we're not. And every card was good. Hey, thanks for the game, eh? And even cards like Trickster Taka I don't think would have been good enough. Yeah, maybe. Forked with a save a click, right? Because no install. Oh yeah, forked with a save a click. That's actually definitely relevant. Yeah, forked was straight better there, for sure. Yeah, we added Maw. We took out the Queen's Gambit and added 2 Maw just because MU has been an issue. I don't know if it's good. Maw and Begot kind of are fighting for the same space. I probably would cut the Begot if I had the Maw, but like the Begot did work. I don't know. Jim might show up in chat, and if Jim's in chat, I'd love to hear if the Begot actually hit anything relevant. You should fall 117 card max with 118 card Professor. Oh man, I really want to build a fun Professor deck. It's been a while. I think every time we build a Professor deck, it either ends up being like a, I don't know. A lot of times it ends up being oh, this is a hard matchup. This is a really hard matchup. It's a very fast deck. UCF into Data Ward is usually good play, but Femming was a big brain play. Yeah, that's a really strong server because the UCF trashes itself. The DDoS would have gone through it too, but then it would have been fine. All right, so this matchup, having a turntable, which we have to add in the deck, is a thanks you too. All right, jogging. What do you want? The Maw is actually relevant. We don't know whether jogging is on hard-hitting news version or biotic red level clearance version. I'm pretty sure that they're on biotic red level clearance because it's kind of the hot, cool new thing. If that's the case, only one of the cards in our hand are relevant besides a Black Orchestra. I think we can mulligan this, but like you can do so much worse. I feel like Credit Maw, it might be just enough pressure. Is Credit Maw enough pressure to keep this hand? I feel like it might be. It's pretty slow to install, but like I feel like that's enough. That's all we need, right? Credit Maw disrupts their economy. Like, yeah, I think we're gonna keep Maw. I think Maw is just enough. Rob says no, please no. I honestly want to try this because I think Credit Maw Black Orchestra is good enough. We can always panic Day Job, which is really bad. I don't know. I feel like this might do us something, and I don't think if they're hard hitting news, Credit Maw is terrible. Yo, Shazner, how's it going? Welcome. It's been a while, hasn't it? Oh, the mall looks really dumb right now. Oh, the mall looks terrible. Oh, we fucked up way bad. We have fucked up a wee bit. Oh, they just audacity their whole hand. Running archives has some value. They generally don't run preemptives. All right. I don't even know what's like a good card anymore. That's a good card. That's what we need. We got counter mod. Yeah, we got super counter mod. Sandstone. Interesting. We could mining accident. It's probably not worth it. We're just gonna draw. That's good. We have 2 breakers, so we just need economy. And we'll play our no. I think okay. We'll just credit. So this is not great. This hacktivist honestly doesn't get that much value. Sample thing seems really slow, but I feel like a mining accident is even slower. Accident is econ. It is. I think accident is better than the second fucking console. What am I doing? This hand's real bad? Yeah, it is. It's not good. I'm watching this on a trip to NYC. Hey, hopefully you're having a good trip, huh? Now, they are going to be slow, so whatever they ice up, like if they just click for 3 credits, which were probably bad, like the mall is actually going to be relevant. I feel okay by the mall. I was playing a Titan Glacier deck earlier this evening. I had no idea that was a deck until it was in front of me. There used to be Titan decks that used to like use their Titan for Caddy Jones, and it was actually like a pretty cool deck. All right, hey, you know what's cool? Maw. Maw's really cool. Maw's like a super cool card. Yeah, fuck your hand. Oh wow, we have that too. Actually, clicking for a credit here is probably better because we can trash some amount of things. Afshar, so that's probably Sandstone. Fuck me. Titan for Caddy. Did I just fuck it up again? Stoppable. This is a big max deck. We have same old thing into Siphon, which is cool. So now we're gonna force them to res. I'm assuming this is the Sandstone, which is a pretty bad res. In theory, we could get through it, but we'll run HQ. And if they res it, they can't do this. We'll lose 2 credits if we hit Afshar, actually. Yeah, that sucks. Oh wow, if we had 1 more credit, we would dodge this. Luckily, they can't res anything here besides Ice Wall. It is a big max. Yeah, we're definitely gonna make them res. Our economy doesn't seem to matter. Consulting visit? Oh, they actually might be on hard-hitting news. Luckily, they can't play that. All right, we're gonna keep pressuring them until eventually we can get some economy down. I'm telling you, this Maw is probably one of the better cards in our deck against this matchup. Because now they're gonna have to res the Sandstone, which puts them back. And we actually could like just smash it until the Amaku is good. Seems like a terrible plan, but it's a plan. Oh wow. Oh fuck. We keep having exactly 2 credits. That's so bad. I think we could have guessed that could have been an Afshar. Whatever. That's really funny. All right, now things are getting interesting. So this gets through Sandstone on the remote. Same old thing I think we install because we have same old thing Stimhack, which is relevant. This is a weird game. Yeah, I think we're day jobbing in. Credit hard hitting news, bamboozle twice. Well, now they can't really. Oh, they could. It's just not great for them. Let's see. Will they have to consult it likely? Oh fuck! They have preemptive. Oh shit. Oh, that's really bad. There's probably like a food in here or some shit. I did not think they're on preemptive. Okay, they're definitely on a kill version of the deck if they're on preemptive. And I think the consulting means that they're on the kill version of the deck. So we can't hard hitting news here. That's such a bad thing for us. They had that in their hand for a while too. Oh, actually they might have just drawn it there. Audacity and 2 unseen cards. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well we're gonna actually play the real game in Netrunner now. So this we break for 2 credits with Batpub. It's a bit less than that. So we're just gonna get down Amaku and fly. That's really good. Oh man, Wanton's actually one of the best cards in the matchup. I stand corrected. But they probably have enough cards in hand to fire off. Oh, they threw out a Sandstone maybe? I feel like we will play this. The R&D runs are really good. Oh wow, they're paying the 5. Whoa. Whoa, that's respect. Oh, fuck me. Okay, well, hold on. That's respect. You're in that 117 card set. I already drew one, so the odds of seeing another finishingly small. That's how it works. Oh, okay, they're not paying the credits. Okay. All right, they're giving it the bad pub. That makes so much more sense. I was totally surprised that they paid 5 to go down to 1 credit. Because here they can trigger off, fire off. They left 1 dedication, which means they probably hit 2 agendas there. If not, like, I don't know. Maybe this is worse than the Audacity. Maybe it's 1 agenda and Audacity and another Audacity. All right, they're just drawn up. So this is a 3 credits to get through, which is really obnoxious. Well, now it's actually 2 because of bad pub. So a Bagat would be really good. Again, that's a 1 of. Oh, that's really strong. We know they have a consulting, which is the biggest problem right here. So like, would we use same old thing into sheer gamble? That feels stupid. This is when he accesses a card, which isn't going to fire off of this, but I feel like we do need to trash them and play it like really high risk here. Yeah, whatever, we'll do it. Oh, we have 2 bad pub. Oh, sorry, no. Wait, why do we have 2 bad pub? What happened here? Why do we have 2 bad pub? Oh, because they're just too big to fail. Oh, of course. Oh, this is free. Same old thing, gamble feels bad, but it's not. All right, we'll take the Atlas. They're going to sandstone off the top. I think we steal the Atlas before they preemptive it, and then we'll just click for credit. That increases our win rates incredibly. And we know there's a sandstone on top. Oh, fuck, we just got purged. Which is a problem because I wanted to run back and get a Maw Fire. So just click for a credit to make the hard-hitting news a bit more annoying. We can't break both on Afshar, only if it's on HQ, Philip. It has to be on HQ. All right, so that's a sandstone, which is fine. We can smash into that. It looks like it's consulting visitor hard-hitting news. So I didn't read jogging right. I thought this would definitely not be that version. We can just clear 3 tags here, and it'll probably be enough. They also shuffle their deck, so they're not drawing into... Oh, wow. Yeah, that's really good for us. They went to a few credits. Creefer doesn't get it, so we'll just remove 3 tags and click for a credit. Like, that's fine. They can trash the same old thing if they want. If you're playing Armitage, same old, sure, gamble is fine. Probably want to trash Sandstone, then run back for Atlas. Was it on top? Oh, man, if it was on top, we were totally wrong there. Then 100% we trashed the Sandstone. It's really hard for them. Yeah, they're trashing the same old thing. That's awesome. Okay, and we actually can go the whole game floating a single tag. Dirty Laundry, Femme, Day Job. Okay, if they trash that, that's fine. So Sandstone, they could res, which is actually really fine. So we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and Stargate here. We have 3 credits, so we can bounce off of it. Install Paperclip, no. They have to put a counter on this thing. So we could consider like just smashing into this over and over again, which honestly I like. They have the CVS coming up, or they shuffled it, so as long as we don't run archives. So we're just going to keep smashing this until it gets lower and lower. So 2 more counters. Stimhack Femme the HQ Afshar. I don't know if we need to. Stimhack the Femme? Oh, I don't think they're going to trash the Street Peddler. If they trash the Street Peddler, I think it's actually really good for us. Because then we can just retrieval run it. I think we just want to get this to low. So now it's what? 3 strength? There you go. It's all good. I don't know if we need the Femme here. I want to create for a value card. And we just start hitting things. We need modifier every turn. So I think we're going to run HQ now. They could hard hitting news us here actually. There's a chance. Like we run HQ for 1 credit, that's probably worth it. What's going on? Click credit, click credit. What the fuck? Okay, they have 3 clicks, 1 credit. Okay. Credit. Are they hardening news us? Arc lockdown. That's totally fine. I think. They're gonna get the Black Orchestra or the Paperclip. Paperclip, interesting. All right, we got a data sucker. We can't really run here. So if we run here, it's 2 strength, then 1 strength, then 0 strength, and then we can Stargate, which is cute. We got obviously Stimhack Femme Fatale to put it on here, which we'd have the bad pub as well, so we can actually get an HQ fire. I like that a fair bit. We could actually install Data Sucker and do it as well. Still need a break Afshar? Yeah, we could bypass it though. Like we could do Data Sucker, Stimhack, install Fem for free, and we have 2 bad pub to access. I like that. Data Sucker Archive Stargate, it's bad because there's a CVS in there. Data Sucker Run Archives is really bad. Get the 1 counter off Archives, can we? I don't think we can because of CVS. Oh, if this misses, it's really bad. So we have 2 bad pub. Okay. Install Black Orchestra. No. Femme Fatale. Oh, we have the MU. That's lovely. We just gotta get modifiers. Turtle is after access. It didn't work last time. High profile target. Good to know. So if they have 2, we can. There's a small chance we die, so we have to draw here. And we forced a random card. We have 1 turtle counter. So 2 bad pub. This will be 2 strength. So we're 1 credit short. We just need to get more money. Okay, this way we can't die to double. You stole last time? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Yeah, you're right. So we can always run here for 2. That's fine. We can run here for... we could run HQ for free. What are we doing? Why are we clicking for credits? Or drawing? I guess there's a chance we don't die here. Okay, now the hard-hitting news, obviously a really big issue. Having economy would be good. We could career fair this out for what? For smoke? I think we career fair this out for smoke. That's nutty. There's no better thing here, right? Like, it's just Los. So we could do Los, Cabo, Smoke. I think we do Smoke. Got a high roll and get Liza. We 100% lose. They have a high profile target. There's no way. That'd be really good, though. I like that's an option in this deck. Biotic Labor, okay. So we just don't want to die. Ooh, that's a good card. I wonder if they trash it. So we could Stargate here for... yeah, I think we do. Because this is now 2 strength. They might purge. Oh, you gotta put a counter. You can't smoke credit and retain the credit? Oh, I'm fine with the tag. They can trash this. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something, chat. You're up a credit erroneously? Oh, because of bad pub? Oh, fuck me. Oh, you're fine now? Wait, actually, yes or no? It's fine. Okay, never mind. Good. Oh, that seems important. Okay. That seems really good. So now all we have to do is not die. Use a smoke on R&D rather than HQ. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right, because the balance is out there. I put my target. You would have 1 credit break after letting the other sub fire. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because we used our bad pub instead of the smoke credit, so it went to our bank. That's what was happening here with smoke. So those are both out. This might just be a hostile, which is actually really bad for them. Now we have to make sure we just don't get high profile target because they have 1 and now they can use this for the second one. So hard hitting news is the biggest issue here. So we know if we run here, there's 2 credits. We have 3 bad pub now, which is dope. I think we might just want to like, okay, we can go all in. The problem is if they land a high profile target, like we're fucked. If they're hard hitting news us, we lose the game. Don't run archives before gate. Yeah, we won't for sure. But that's, okay, this is the biggest issue here, right? So if they high profile target us, they can just, hard hitting news us, they can pull this for the high profile target and we're fucked. Right? Like they can't fast advance anymore. So the only way that they could win, what was the difference? Oh, they spelled it wrong. The only way that they can win really is it's really difficult. So we just have to make sure that we don't get killed. So I think we just click for 4. Like Day Job's a good draw now here, amazingly. Because if we run, they can pull this to hard hitting news us, and they have the high profile target in hand. So like, there's a chance we maw it, but like I think we actually have to slow down. Red level clearance. They could triple HPT too. They could, but they haven't so far. You're right, they could. Totally. Red legal clearance, bed legal clearance. We good. Could they even preemptive if they feel it's necessary? This deck doesn't run more than 1 preemptive. Did you already maul one of them? It didn't tell us. Oh, it looks like we did. So they probably have 2 in their deck. There's a small chance they have 2 in their deck. Okay, so this is a fork in the path. So if we think they have 3 in the deck, then running here is wrong. I think there's a big chance they might have 2 in their deck. If they have 2 in their deck, this is right. Then we can go for the maw pressure. Yeah, let's try it. So we won't take the smoke credit here because we have bad pub. There's no way there's room for 3 BHT in consulting. Yeah, I think it's 2 and 1. I think you're right about that. So this seems pretty good. Maw's been really good in this matchup. All right, well, if we hit an agenda with Stargate, we win. We'll take those odds. Oh wait, we can't take a smoke. Hold on. Oh, we can take. Oh no, but it does a credit pool. Whatever. Smoke is really annoying with bad publicity. If that's not obvious. Because we have 3 bad pub now. Mouse with the R&D card for me. Yeah, this is Sandstone. So every time we hit, it gets a virus counter. Sorry, I can't mouse over it indefinitely. So it just gets lower and lower strength. It's just an end of the run barrier. It starts at 5 strength, basically. If we hit an agenda here, we win. We don't, but we hit a consulting visit, which seems really important to trash. All right, so 1 unknown card. We could just click for credits. We could also just keep running OQ. Where's the permanent tag coming from? It's because we got hard hitting news before and we only cleared 3. We also only have 4 hand size. Run HQ for Maw, we already did. Oh, what did we Maw? Did we not? Oh, we didn't, because we trashed an agenda. Oh, thank you. That's huge. Yeah, we stole. Yeah, 100%. It's been a while since I played Maw. Thank you. Biotic trashes a card. So if you don't know that the way, oh, they only have 2 cards in hand. Okay, there's a small chance we die. How this works is when they have multiple cards in hand. When you have a Maw fire, you have to roll a dice. You know. Oh man, they're thinking. What are the top cards of the deck? I totally did not remember it. Now play notoriety. Oh, they're in a bad place. Like they actually might have to Alice for an ice for R&D. Maybe they purge here, but that's not that good because we can run HQ for free. Oh, this is hard. I'm telling you, this Maw was worth keeping. So they could pull a hard hitting news. That's a big thing. Is it like if jogging grabs a hard hitting news with a Project Atlas? Not only does that shuffle, which is pretty bad because it changes the top cards of R&D of 1 we know, so it makes the Stargate a bit better. There's also a small chance they have a second preemptive, but I really doubt it. So red level clearance. So they're gaining 2 first. Whoa, that's wild. I think a lot of times people generally draw with that and then get the click back if they need to. All right, let's see. Red level clearance. Yeah, they're drawing 2, and now they can decide to get a click back because you can score a hostile from hand if you need to. Now you can get the click back and score a hostile. You can also just get money. This card is way powerful. I think this card is way better than it looks. They could score an Atlas here. They could score the... No, the Atlas is in Archives. I don't think they could score the Atlas. If they have Archived... I think it's too late because they drew. They'd have to like install. And this deck now almost never runs archived. So it looks like they're scoring this out from hand, putting them on game point, which is really scary. Because for this, they can install their... Whoa! They did that in a weird way. They actually have to draw into this combo. So this lets them install the dedication ceremony. They're atlasing the dedication ceremony, the scoring. So they have no atlas token, 2 cards in hand. One of them might be a biotic. So this is going to take them to game point, but it's unlikely they're going to win. Oh, not even game... Sort of game point, right? Because they're on 5 points. And there's only one more 2-pointer into the deck. There's no more 2-pointers in the deck. It might be 3 Atlas, 1 new construction, high profile target. So like they just blew their load. I don't know if they're gonna be able to close the game out now because they aren't threatening to pull hard-hitting news anymore. Audacity, that's really scary. But now they can't play it because cards in hand matter. This is actually pretty good. If we hit an agenda here again, we win. And I don't know if they're going to be able to score out. Purging is actually kind of okay. It just buys them a bit of time. We have them pretty locked, that's for sure. In fact, we win. Just need to count to... Good game. Holy shit! That was a game. We'll take the Atlas. We'll take the Hostile. Oh, man. Oh, we had it! We can do it! That was a fun one. Oh, wow. And this deck, yeah, they should. It didn't really matter. Has some reliability problems, but you just have to kind of like fight with what you have, right? Just enough pressure is enough. And we open with Maw and like no economy. And I feel like the Maw is actually really strong in this matchup. We milled a lot of cards. Wow, we did mill a fair bit of cards. I think that's super cool. Yeah, the extra clicking credits, so much waste. Yeah, right? Very Netrunner. Trust the Maw. Yeah, Maw's cool. I'm glad that we added that. That seems like a good thing because this is another good win condition against certain matches. Better than Patchwork in those matches. Titan brought your econ to the game for you. Go figure they're a bank. Yeah, 1 credit's just good enough. 1 tag is also a really big thing. This is not Scorched Earth anymore. You can float a tag a lot of times, and this was not worth trashing, I don't think. It's a credit in turn. Let's take a breather. Yeah, that's the thing is like our deck has too many cards in it, I think. Like we're at 117. Okay, that's a big problem, chat, and we can't still figure this out. Like this has obviously been an issue. Is that if we drop like 9 cards from this deck to get this down to like 108 or whatever? Yeah, that was right. I did the math right. This deck would be more reliable, right? Because it would draw economy more reliably, and I think that's a pretty good thing. I feel like the clone chip might not be worth a slot just because we have so many like, let's cut 10 non-econ cards. I think that's right. I think we have to cut more non-econ cards that aren't 100% necessary. I think that would make the deck a lot better. What's the chance making an entrance isn't worth it? Like we've played it and it's been probably not that good. It on paper seems really cool. It's probably not worth it. Is 117 too many? Yeah, I think 100... It's not so much about it's too many. Okay, check this out. If you ask me, the bigger your deck goes for max, and like this might be waxing totally philosophically and incorrectly, but like just hear me out, right? Cut Scrubber. I don't know. Play Rebirth. God damn it, never. Jogging, good game by the way. So hear me out. The size of your deck doesn't really matter. You're going to have some reliability issues, but as long as there's redundancy in your deck, the chance of you finding the solution to a problem is fine. Like if you break your deck down into like economy cards, breakers of certain type, AI breakers, and central pressure, you're in a good spot, right? If it's just like those things, so it doesn't matter as long as you have the right distribution of those cards. Obviously, the variance gets higher the bigger the deck is because there's a chance you draw all your multi-axis and not your breakers. It gets more and more unlikely. But I don't think the cut Maw Flicking's Gambit. I don't think the size matters that much. Now, getting this deck down, I think, is more importantly because we have fewer economy cards per card. Like our econ per capita is a bit low in this deck, admittedly. And we've seen cards like Ute not be playable, but I feel like we could probably go down to 1 Ute. Okay, we'll try this. If I get locked out by Enigma in the early game, I'm gonna feel pretty bad. But we have a couple options. No, we don't. Making entrance is really bad. Steven, tell me a card is good without it being one of like 7 cards. Cut deck, play Sunny. Oh, god damn it. Pogos, how's it going? Size doesn't matter in a way because there's a small chance you cut all, go to whoops, all breakers. Yeah, totally. Like the variance gets higher the bigger the deck is. But as long as you have like enough of each thing, like sure, we're playing a 170 card max deck. Like we're gonna embrace the variance. Actually, I like 2UT. Go 108. I liked 108. I think 108 was the sweet spot. Turtle's a good card. Turtle's a really good card. Can you imagine if you double sleeve this deck? I'm going to have to double sleeve it because it has Stargate and UT in it. I have to double sleeve this deck. The OG big deck, I think the first, okay, we can do the research. I think the first big max deck was 102. It actually might be on a different account because I have another Netrunner account before the Metropole grid, and I like Max a lot. It might be obvious. Yeah, this is probably the oldest Max 102 deck. 2017. This seems right. 102. Please no UT. It pains me to see you need breakers. There's no way around it. The Legion supply sleeves are reasonably thin and fit and finish are good. You can cut any cards that shuffle your deck. No, we have Cabinessa Wu in there. I know there's decks. There's like certain sleeves that have like this black background. I think they're Ultra Pros. I have a lot of. I don't want to buy more sleeves. I own like a lot of sleeves. The problem is that they're Dragon Shield mats, which are fantastic. But yeah, KMC hypers work well too. I've heard that. Okay, let's cut non-necessary cards. So, okay, making entrance, boom, our deck is more reliable. I feel like we need a current because that's important. I feel like all these cards are econ cards. We're not going to econ. Ice Destruction is actually really good. This is all econ. I think we need a pressure. This card's so good in so many matchups. I feel like that's all we're going to cut, right? That is max 102. Cut clones and scrub. I think scrubber is really good. There's certain matchups where this is super important. We could probably go down to 2, but yeah, we could probably go down to 2. I think Activist is good just because we need a current, and we can't play Rumor Mill anymore because Paperclip is restricted. We used to play Rumor Mill. What else is good for this deck that's 2 influence? Because I'm not feeling the clone chip. I feel like the time you draw the clone chip and the chance of it being good, we already probably have Corroder or Mimic. Sorry, MK Ultra, Sucker, and whatever. You have 3 Fem, 3 Turtles, and 3 Orchestra. Okay, 1 UT. It's not Diesel. Not Apocalypse, not Diesel, not Fisk. Fisk is hard. How's it going, Coca-Cola? Everyone busy cutting. I'm just here wanting to play Divide and Conquer. Okay, cards that I could consider adding. Divide and Conquer is probably not enough just because Turning Wheel. It's not good without Turning Wheel. Ultimate, whatever. What's that one called? It's like the new one. That one's okay. Rebirth, not happening. Just because we need the max draw. Same old thing is way slower than I wanted to be 100%, but this deck is like, this deck will play below average cards. Like we play Armitage happily. Yeah, Showdown, that's it. It's not good, but like it's multi-axis. And so far this deck only has what, like 6 multi-axis cards? Falsified Credentials, or maybe play 2 PIOT. I don't like Peace in our time, unfortunately. I don't know. I feel like if they have infinite money, they'll almost always win because they just have money for ice. Like if you give them 5 credits, they just do like 2 types of ice, install an agenda behind it, we lose. Honestly, Deuces is probably one of the better ones. One of all the 2x cards. I'm gonna go no on it. I think Deuces actually is pretty decent. I think no, you need Hippo. I think Deuces is probably what this deck wants. It's economy, it's draw, it's tag clearance. It's like just a fine card when you draw it. We're down to 114, which is pretty good. Isolation is not only not a great card, it's also like another card that requires other combo stuff, which is like what this deck can't rely on. People are too hard on Armitage. It's not as bad. I don't think Armitage is honestly that bad. I think Isolation is not a good call. Like, what targets do we have? We have literally no targets. 1x Ice Carver? You might not be wrong. This is a holdover from a meta where this is really important. Are you insane enough to play Human? First, how's it going, Argentina? I feel like I'd rather play Jackpot before that. 102, 102. We can't cut 12 cards, Jogging. It's impossible. There's not 12 cards we can cut in this deck. We could probably cut a Corroder. No, I'm not going to go to Corroder. You have 3 David. Okay, we got 1 Carver. All right, we're at 113. Let's get down to 112. Do we cut all the Carvers? Wow, 112. We can take the top 12 cards off. All right, can we cut 10 out of this? There's no way. Just run Frantic Coding. It's econ. Holy fuck. I forgot about Frantic Coding. This was the best card in the deck for a long time. Oh shit, we're going up. We're going up. Cut Yutei, swap with the Cradle. Is Cradle better than Yutei? Yo, chat, is Cradle better than Yutei? It costs way more. No, it's not. It's just simply not. No. Ratios. Yeah, I think this card actually was like a heavily big inclusion in this deck, which won't load. There's no way we didn't have 3 Frantic in here. Yeah, we have 2 Frantic. Well, Andre knew it was good back then, so that shaves 114. That's a nice number. Hey, Kinchin, what's up? I think the real reason big decks are always having problems, the ratios get too complicated for we little human brains. If you can cut 12 cards, it's obvious answer 86, 201, 201, 201. Why is Cradle so expensive? I don't know. It's because it's meant to be like Yogg, right? And so they made it like Yogg. Cut Moz for TTW. We have TTW and we have Moz. 1x Silverware. I like Silverware so much. Put Yogg in. It used to be. It was good. What's TT? Turntable? What did you say to cover turntable? Moz? No, Moz good. Chat, I'm asking you for advice and I'm like, I don't like it. This I'm okay with. This is fine. I compromise on that. But D99? I like coloring. Coloring's good with D99. Your face is on the hardware. Very much excuse me. 1x Scrubber? At that point, I wouldn't play Scrubber. Trickster Taka got cut. 113 is a good number. It's like kind of spooky. 1x Forked? I feel like Forked is actually the most valuable one. Forked and Spooned. Like, that's the cool thing is like, Knifed is actually not that good. Because like, we don't care about Kekugo. Now you have to rename the deck. No, you don't. Cut Mining Accidents? No, actually, Zach, Mining Accidents is one of the best cards. It's like one of the best econ cards in the deck, I think. Like, this is a credit per turn, per run. That's better. Jogging, it's impossible. I feel like 2 same old thing might be right. But no, this deck needs it. $112 is basically 102 if you squint. This is the intro, so you don't have to think about that sentence. That's cool, huh? -2 Scrubber, -1 Fenris, -1 Wanton, -1 Yutei, and you're in 108. You could just say any number. You'd be like, minus this. No, you're 106. It's better. What if the deck gets too small? Fenris is just a gimmick. For 1 influence, Fenris is a good enough gimmick. You're right, it's a gimmick. 100% is a gimmick. I think like the Cabinessa Wu gimmick though. 102 are right. Ah, fuck jogging. Don't riot. It's too late to riot. It's way too late to riot. It's like 11:20. Earthrise necessary? Yes and no. Spark. Okay, econ matters. We cut our scrubbers because we're fucking stupid. Money matters. Liberated is hard to play. We have 1 econ card. Frantic actually doesn't get us econ. Street Peddler's cool. This is good because they probably run assets, but like this is all about not getting hard hitting news. We'll get Caddy or something here. This is probably worse. This is good. Yeah, chat delay. Fenric is a gimmick, but not a gimmick that gets you stuck in a hole. Yeah, we cut a scrubber. Philip is onto us. Don't let anyone tell you that card isn't complete garbage. It gives you a decent amount of money. Isn't worth considering. It's worth. Like the money in this deck is hot trash. All right, best thing about this is that they're not playing. Oh, we lost career fair and D99. Is that they're not playing an advertisement. Oh, jogging, you can't riot in here. So how's it going? Been away from Netrunner for a while. 100+ max is still a thing. It's always going to be a thing. It's never bad because our Anarchs just have consistency. Yeah, we're playing Liberated. Of course, we're playing Liberated. It's more important to have a code decoder. I played a successful demonstration in my Worlds deck in 2017 and made day 2. There's no way Armitage is worse. All right, so this could be anything. Obviously, an ad. Honestly, if it's a Beal and they score it, like, I don't care. Hacktivist is really good here. We would say multing Hacktivist. That's almost definitely, what's it called? Product placement. I think there's a Spark 99 deck. Spark deck that's on the top of NRDB. Cool thing about Stargate, it doesn't fuck with this. It doesn't fuck with this. That's probably a pad campaign. We just need economy. That's really good. It's really good. And we'll just click for credits because that's basically what economy is. So we can throw this out. We can throw the same old thing out, actually, honestly. Same old thing into... We'll draw once and then credit. Maw's really good in this matchup. Spark 99. Okay, so we get this in the bin. We'd consider this. We'd always consider this. This is probably the worst card in our hand. All right, so now if they want to, yeah, they're not rezzing, which actually gives us information about their hand. We didn't check if they mulligan. We also didn't say good luck, have fun. They mulligan. Their hand might be shit. All right, so we have the David. We lost Armitage and Femme. Losing Femme is actually pretty good. We'll get some money here. We honestly didn't. Our money per capita is pretty bad. I'll build a corp deck with exactly the same amount of cards as your max deck. That would be actually really funny, Coca-Cola. Do it up. I'll play you. This could be an agenda, but if it is, unless it's like an AR enhanced security, it's pretty bad for them. If it's a product placement, it's bad for us. Anything else is not that bad. Oh, Rashid is actually really good. We trash that. All right, so what do we want to throw out? We throw this out. Wanton's really good. Career Fair is really good. Spoon, not so hot. DDoS Hippo, really good. They res the pad campaign, trashing a card, which is pretty good. They probably are on one toll booth, so kind of like the David also gets us through wraparound. So I'll throw it out. Maw seems a bit too expensive right now, but it's worth keeping. It's one of these two that really more powerful, and I feel like the Maw is less powerful than Stargate. This is probably an econ matchup, so this is right. If we get econ lead, this is the right card to keep. And this is a good combo. Hippo's a good combo. I think we'll actually throw out the David. Their ice is generally pretty porous. Don't ditch Maw. Yeah, I kind of regret it already. Especially because we lost a District 99 already. We can always pull back a console with 99. We just need to draw some economy, like daily cast, liberated accounts, Armitage. We can career fair most of that shit. We'll career fair an Armitage we want. They res a product placement, trashing another card, icing up archives too. That's a really weird play. All right, still no economy. Econ per credit. Give us money. Okay, that's technically money. We trashed another David, so we're low on Davids. We just gotta click for credits here. We'll throw this out. Stimac is also really important. It lets us trash assets. Worst card here, probably the turning wheel, but we kind of need a way to win. And this is our, actually Stargate's a better win condition. 102. How do I silence someone in chat? How do you do that? They're drawing a fair bit and not doing anything with it, let alone archives. I think we actually want to poke here. Oh, okay, so they got a credit if we run. So if we draw econ here, oh, thank God we draw econ. Also, we have all our breakers now. Oh, we lost liberated, but like, we're not just going to sit back and play the control game. Because like, I don't know what they're going to do. And eventually we just like install a DDoS and wanton them. I think I actually install it now just so we have an option to wanton them. Fortunately, wanton, DDoS, and day job never work well together. They might push here because we installed this and went cheap. But if they score an agenda here, it's really not that bad. Oh, preemptive action. Oh, fuck. That makes sense. They're playing a lot of assets. I can't feel that bad about that. At least we can wanton them now. All right, we can dirty laundry one of these cards. I feel like that's okay. That means we committed to access. With 2 cards in hand, the hard-hitting news threat is a bit low. And they still have to res all these cards through Hacktivist. We gave them a credit running, though. So we're probably going to commit to checking the second one as well. Maryland campaign, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. They got a bit desperate. We'll just credit up. So hard-hitting news is really hard. Oh, I know too. All right, they res the Maryland, so we're behind 1 credit on that interaction. They did trash another card, but we basically can wanton them this turn. Once we take money off Caddy, we're actually really safe. They could be on like some, I don't know. Oh, we also have mining accident, which is really important in this matchup. I think we'll just take our money. Our money will outpace their money. They're getting 3 a turn. We can also install Hippo, just click for credits. Like, this is enough pressure. We have enough breakers and we have enough economy now. Getting amped up into your day job and still running biz is mathematically beautiful. It is, especially with also stim dealer. I think we'll push, we'll take the caddy money and we'll push for the wanton here. So this gives them a credit. They didn't res this too, which is interesting. It actually might be like a Mumbad virtual tour. Tiered subscription gives them a credit. So this is a 3 credit swing of a card. Let's see if they do something here. Pad, that's fine. We'll just double credit. Next turn, we'll wanton. We'll have to discard a card. We could even like wanton DDoS, and honestly, probably not the worst. Especially because they've been milling cards. They're not drawing anything here. Wow, double install. We have to gamble, actually. Fuck him. We'll want him. It's going to hit their whole hand, so now we don't have to respect hard hitting news anymore. Here's a subscription. Giving a credit. Can't res here. They actually can't res any cards either. They should, in theory, res all their cards here, but they're not, because they're going to lose their cards anyways to Wanton. It gives us clicks back, but now if they have no cards in hand, they can't run because Hacktivist is an additional cost, not an added effect. So I think there they should res their pad campaign, because they're going to mill the card anyway, just to give us a click. I think it's worth it for them. Maryland Shuffles as well. That's another tiered subscription. I think they res that before, excuse me. And now we can just put our money down. Mining Accident, they'll probably pay for it. It's probably not that good. And then we can just Stargate and hopefully close the game off. Remind them of this. People forget all the time. Yeah, they should. Let's try this out. And we always just like sure gamble and then caddy. Oh, fuck me, really? So it's 1 billion credits to res this, to break this. So we definitely want to fork this thing. So what happens here is we take a tag. They save 5 credits and it ends the run. That's like not bad. No, this can fire. We're getting hydrate all today, but like this isn't really not that bad for us. It's 5 credits to take a tag and end the run. Like that's not particularly compelling. Obviously it's an annoying piece of ice and we'll have to try and hippo that. Oh, we could have hippoed it, but we'll definitely stim hack when we hippo it. So whatever. That's not that bad for us. The scrubber is not really good in this matchup, obviously, but we only have 2. So we got a caddy every turn, I think, to keep up. I think that says 102 in Braille. That's actually pretty, or in Morse code, excuse me. Braille. That's pretty creative. All right, so we're just hippoing this. Oh, we have a turning wheel as well. I don't think we're rushed to do anything. Like, they're pushing for a remote really slowly. Like, whatever. They're getting 1 credit a turn. I think we draw once because this is a trash card. Oh, that's really good too. This is actually good eventually. The spooned is, I don't know. Spooned is honestly not bad. MU is an issue here. But we will hippo that. The problem is like with, actually once we trash this with the hippo, we'll jack out so we don't hit the product placement, then we'll just Stargate them. And now they have to deal with this. They're drawing up heavily. This could be an agenda. I think like we can just sit back. Like, they're really not pressuring us to do anything. If they score an AR enhanced security, it's obviously really obnoxious for us because then the Stargate gets a lot worse. Oh my god, I have so many cards and I still need to add 40 more. Keep going. Why didn't you bin Stargate? I fucked up. We probably should have. If that was an option between Stargate and the Mining Accident, yeah, you're right. That's totally wrong. Now they have to push their agendas, and we don't know what their agenda suite is, but it looks like it's 3 2s. Team sponsorships actually are probably on the table. Maybe they even have like that ad one. I actually feel like checking some of these is right. Fuck it, never mind. We'll just pressure this. I will go R&D, install MK Ultra. So this is 6, and currently we break. So that's 3 strength. So it'd be 3, 6, 9 to break. So no, it's more. We're 1 data sucker short. That sucks. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so the data sucker doesn't change it. 1 data sucker changes it. Yeah, 1 sucker save is 3, yeah. Rip Scrubber is totally correct. We're gonna jack out here, take a brain damage. We hit the spoon, which is honestly probably one of the least good ones. And we just want to jack out so we don't hit that. Hard hitting news, resistor, divert power. Oh, cool, this is the divert power deck that's on Netrunner DB. So that has some cool plays. Divert power is a cool card. Let's get rid of the hard hitting news. Honestly, it might not be right, but they have more money than us. What's up? What's up? Yeah, we're hippoing. Oh, I didn't see trash. Yeah, hippoed it. So they're drawing resistor, which honestly is kind of an issue for us. But that's okay. So now what do they do? Resistor or score? Yeah, we need a console or something. Because we're going to run out of MU. I guess we don't need a data sucker. Amaku would also be pretty sweet, but I think we'd milled like 2 in a row. So they're triple advancing. If they res like team sponsorships, okay, they're just clearing the current, which we have another one. So they're resing that, whatever. So we're going to give them 3 credits a turn here. They're resing everything. That's fine. So this won't hit. Global food divert power degree mill. Which one? We can mill the divert power and then just steal both of those. It's just kind of rough for us. Actually, no, it isn't. Oh, we can win. Oh, we just win. We just win. Good game. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's a win. You can win. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I need to be reminded of that every once in a while. GG. It's really cool when you see all the cards too. Hey, thanks for the game. I wonder what's out there on advanced. We just need to keep enough economy, and like we have a controller deck. We have Caddy Jones, we have Stargate. That's good enough. That's really good enough. How's it going 0, by the way? Just mill divert power. Yeah, totally, we can win. I was like, which agenda do we mill? No, that's not right. 102 times, it's not gonna happen. So I had 70 points agendas the first 6 turns. Those preempts just give me some sort of chance. You looked a bit flooded because you weren't resing through stuff. Yeah, they conceded. But otherwise, we run again, get another 3 points. It doesn't matter what we shuffle. And no assets on turn 1 is good. All right, that worked out. That's the Thraki for 102. Yo, Coca Gold, you got the deck? How do we make it 102? Yo, Phil, but there you are. Just save some time with the concession. Yeah, no, that's cool. Thanks for the game, eh? I'm so far away. No disrespect. Hey, no disrespect necessary. Like it's totally was on top of R&D. All right, 90 cards right now. Fuck. You need just jam in some more good cards. It's actually 11:30. There's a big chance that we're gonna call it here, unfortunately. Cut the rest of the scrubbers that we didn't need. Ah, fuck. Honestly, you might be right. This is a 2 credit card per turn, but in some matchups it's dead, and we probably have to do that. Maybe just go down to 1 of. I don't know. It's like so good when you draw it though. Like when you draw this and you become like turn 1 wizard in some matchups, that's like game winning. I honestly would probably keep 3 of these. You have same old thing too? What's same old thing gonna do for us? I don't know. That's largely it for tonight. Actually, I didn't realize how late it was. Excuse me. But thanks so much for everyone who dropped by. Wow, we played 5 games and won 5 games today. That's awesome for 117. Amped up Apocalypse. God damn it. Yeah, so this deck definitely needs a bit of tuning, but I think this is definitely what we're going to be playing on a Saturday, which is really fun. Again, if you're around Saturday, 12:30 Montreal, come to the Secret of Corrigans. We have a game night kit. I'm excited to be there. I'll cut them. Actually keep 1, actually keep 3. That sounds about right. So otherwise we'll be back next week. We'll be streaming. Is it a new month next week? There's a small chance Pat will be there next week. I gotta confirm that with him for sure. But that's largely it. Thanks to everyone for dropping by, for watching the VOD, for hanging out in chat, for playing the game, for just being around. So typical Andre. That's largely it. Bye. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Have a good night, everyone, eh? Cheers.